Sunday, NBA fans. Welcome into NBA Now by Chat Sports. I am Nick Roloff, where we are live once again for an NBA Finals matchup. Game 1 stunned us all when the Indiana Pacers mounted an unbelievable comeback in the final 3 minutes, trailing by 9 to walk off the Thunder. Haliburton strikes again with the right wing mid-range jumper to put the Pacers out in front. Indiana steals game 1 on the road, and now all the pressure in the world is on the 68-14, the number 1 team in the NBA all season long, as the Thunder look to even this series at 1 apiece before we head back to Indiana on Wednesday for the what would be pivotal Game 3. I am Nick Roloff. We're going to be joined by Jeffrey Cooperstein. It's going to be a fun and high-pressured Game 2 game that tips off in 19 minutes and change. So shout out your city for me in the comments section. Coop, how are we doing on a Sunday?
We are great. I'm very excited for this game. I think it could go one of two ways. This could be a Thunder blowout, or we could have another classic on our hands. I don't really see an in-between there, but it would be absolutely fantastic if the Thunder could even this going back to Indiana for Game 3. I'm rooting for a long series.
Yeah, no, I actually do agree with you in that capacity. We'll kind of dive into it more later when I'm talking about my key storylines for the game, but the Thunder have not lost many games in this playoff run. They've only lost 3. And every time they've lost a game, the next game ultimately is a blowout. We'll quickly read this off. They lost game 1 to the Nuggets, 121-119. The next game, 149-106. They win by 43. They lose game 3, 113-104. Next game was close, 92-87. But the next time they lost in that series was game 6, when the Nuggets evened the series at 3. Then the following game, the Game 7 at home, they win by 32, 125-93. The one game they lost to the Minnesota Timberwolves, they lost in a big fashion. They bounced back and got a win in Game 4 to go up 3-1 in that series. So the Thunder have been able to bounce back with a win all 4 times they lost, excuse me. And 2 of them were 30-plus point wins. So
yeah, I mean, it's definitely possible we could see something like that, although I think they're kind of facing a different beast here in the Pacers. So, look, if the Pacers can go up 2-0, winning the first 2 games in OKC, that would be unprecedented.
Now, I will say this, Coop. I will get out in front of it now as someone who is a Thunder, I wouldn't say supporter, but let's just say I think the Thunder are going to win the finals.
Yeah.
Even if the Pacers win today, I actually will still pick the Thunder win the series.
If the Pacers are up 2-0, you'd pick Thunder to win.
We have seen it in the past.
Wow.
Just go back a couple years when the Phoenix Suns led 2-0 over the Milwaukee Bucks.
They did.
Milwaukee then won the next 4 games to win in 6. I think something similar would happen, but I do fully believe that the Thunder are going to be able to even up this series. Let's give some shout-outs for the cities being out there in the world. We got Tyman in Ohio. We got Chaura in Hamilton City, California. Shelly in Winnipeg, Canada. Shout-out to you. We also got Jake, Maya's World. Daniel Barry Sports Highlights hanging out. Hopefully everybody is having a good Sunday. Hopefully everyone had a good weekend, as we are going to get close to Game 2 action here. About 16 minutes away. We'll go through our Super Chat menu, storylines to watch, and everything in between here as we get more and more into our pregame portion of the live show. But I do have to tell everyone about Prize Picks before we do that, the daily fantasy sports platform I play every day. And with this series raging on, I am not missing out on any of the action, and I hope that you aren't as well. Take advantage of the last time you can get your favorite players from the hardwood into your lineups. First time champ in more than 50 years here in the NBA. Pick more or less on points, rebounds, assists, field goals attempted, 2-pointers attempted, 3-pointers attempted. They got every single stat total you could think of, and you can win up to 2,000 times your cash today. Legal in more than 30 states, including California, Texas, and Georgia. You can combine basketball with baseball, hockey, golf, esports, and much more. My entry for today, it's a 4-player entry. I did one on game 1. I went, I think, 2 of 4. Siakam and Kaysen Wallace got me, but I got SGA and Haliburton, right? So we're going to try to bounce back today. Going more than Chet Holmgren, 14.5 points. Less than Andrew Nembhard, 4 3-pointers attempted. More than Aaron Nesmith, 3-pointers attempted, 5.5. And then more than Lou Dort, 3 personal fouls. 4-player entry wins potentially 12.5 times my money because they are offering 25% boost in a payout with the basketball game tonight. So take advantage. Join me and the millions of others on Prize Picks right now. Download the app and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That is code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Links in the live chat and description of today's stream. Prize Picks, run your game. All right, as we get closer and closer to tip-off, who you got? If you're going with the Thunder evening up the series at 1, type your OKCs. If you're going with the Pacers taking a commanding 2-0 lead, type your INDs. We'll give some shout-outs in the chat. I will make it known. I think, Coop, you will agree with me. I think we are both riding with the Thunder tonight to even up the series. They just know how to bounce back so well. Best team in the NBA all season long. Do you see a way that the Thunder are down 2-0 after today?
I do see a way. I think if Indiana can take care of the basketball, and if they can, they don't even have they have to shoot better from 3, I think. But if they can take care of the basketball mainly, and if Tyrese Haliburton keeps doing Tyrese Haliburton things late in the game, they could be staring down the barrel of a 2-0 series deficit going to Indiana for Game 3. But
yeah, I was gonna say, what do you think's gonna happen?
That being said, I think Oklahoma City is going to bounce back in this one, like they have all season. I believe it was Jake in the chat who said OKC is 29-1 versus the East this season, and their 1 losses versus the Pacers in the regular season. I'm going to take the Thunder to win this one tonight and even the series back up.
I mean, not many losses this season, only 14 going into the playoffs, so it doesn't surprise me that they took care of business against the East. Eastern Conference also not as good.
No,
but
certainly not.
Say it's still impressive nonetheless. What teams in the East did they play 29 times?
29-1. They played 30 times. 15 teams in the East, you play them each twice.
Oh, yeah.
You're there?
Wait, you do? Oh, yeah, you do.
You do.
You know, I'm not a smart man.
That's not true.
Yeah, that was a bad moment.
We'll clip that.
The math was not mathing in my head. Oh, my God. How about this? In the regular season and playoffs, the Thunder's record when following a loss, 16-2, with 11 of those wins being double-digit or more.
That tells me, if you are a wagering man, to pick the Oklahoma City.
I'm pretty sure the spread was 10.5. Would you take the Thunder or the Pacers with that spread?
10.5 is a huge line.
I would take the Thunder.
I might as well. And it's a huge line still.
Yeah. Let's give some shout-outs. Ty Man's going with the Pacers. Nick's Galaxy's going with the Thunder. Dan the Fisherman, which I just love that name, is going with the Thunder. Maya's World's going with the Thunder. AJ says there's a tornado. There is a tornado warning in OKC.
There is.
Was a tweet out there that ESPN/ABC might have to broadcast this remotely from Bristol, Connecticut. I don't know how they do TV broadcasts. I don't know the ins and outs of it, but that seems difficult. Well, you know who would be there even with a tornado coming down on them?
Who's that?
That would be us two.
We'll be there no matter what.
Because there is a tornado warning around our area and a severe thunderstorm where Coop was telling me that there might be hail the size of golf balls tonight.
That's what it's looking like in the greater Dallas area.
Listen, we're just going to be hanging in here with y'all and bunkering down if need be. That I laid down on our bench out there. It's pretty comfortable. I could sleep for a night out there. Just one, but I could.
I don't know if I could. I'll risk going home.
All right, 10 minutes of change until we tip off here. Our super chat menu, we are live completely for free. But it's almost like a tip, if you will, because we are here for free. Shows our bosses that we're doing a good job. It's greatly appreciated to help grow the channel, hire new people. We're interviewing like a gazillion different people right now, so your donations and support is always greatly appreciated. And in return, we always want to even give more content for y'all. So any super chat you'll get on screen, $5 will talk about your team if you're not a fan of the Thunder or Pacers. $10, I'll crack open a Happy Dad and take a sip. $20 super chat. I got the 1800 tequila with me on a Sunday night. We'll take some shots and have a good time. That is today's super chat menu. Appreciate any donations. If anyone wants to get the party started, me and Coop are always ready to roll.
Let's go.
But, hey, like we said, we are on here for free, so you don't have to donate. It's just one way to help the channel grow. One thing that we will ask you to do, and we say is mandatory, is help us out by hitting that thumbs up icon, because our bosses always want to see the like number high on these streams, and we always want a 50% like rate. We have 123 people watching, so ideally we want to get to 55, 60 likes right now. We only have 14. That simply doesn't feel right to me. Help us out. Hit that thumbs up icon. Coop's job is on the line right now.
It is. They might fire me if we don't get enough likes.
And Coop's the best. This guy's awesome. He was our big winner at the casino yesterday.
Big winner, a.k.a. loser of $80. But
yeah,
still.
Hey, it was better than me, and it was better than Tyler Smith. So Coop's our big winner, but not good enough to help him if he loses the job. So make sure that doesn't happen by hitting the thumbs up icon. Let's get to 55, 60 likes. We got 22 right now. Come on.
Hey, the more likes we get, the more people will be geared towards this stream. YouTube will shoot it into their jet stream, and we'll get thousands of people watching with us.
We peaked at 1,300 on Thursday night. We
can
had
beat that.
78,000 total. I think it was 67 when the stream ended, so 11,000 people clicked on that stream after, which I never understand. They just watch it playback? What are they?
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess so. Either way, help us out. Hit that like button. You need to get to 55. I want to talk about my storylines of the game, but the call is in here. I can't get that started unless we get to 50 likes. So we're staying here. I won't even do play-by-play when the game tips off in 8.5 minutes if we do not get to 55 likes. So
we're halfway home.
No.
Oh, we're going 55?
30. Yeah, we're going 55.
All right.
We're live here for free. It's not that hard to just hit the thumbs up. It's the first thing that should be done. It takes 0.1 seconds. As a consumer of media myself, if I click into a YouTube stream, a YouTube video, you know what the first thing I do?
Toss it a like.
I hit a like button. Why? Because it's free. It takes 1 second and shows a lot of appreciation, no matter what the content is, Cope. And here's my little soapbox spiel.
Go for it.
The person that you're tuning into spent time out of their day to make it for you.
No question about it.
So there should be at least a trade there. You might not like the video. It could be a terrible video.
But
they still spent time to get it done, and that to me is good enough to get a like on my end. And I just hope the people that tune in here know that we're spending our Sunday night with y'all instead of our friends hanging out watching this game.
Look, you're a good guy, man. You support the small guy.
I do.
That's what we're hoping for.
Listen, I come from a mid-major school, St. Bonaventure University. I look out for the little guy.
What are you?
I'm a Bonnie. Well, what's a Bonnie? I am. Come on, though. Come on. We got 7 minutes to go tip-off. We only got 31 likes. This is disgusting, Cope.
Look, it's just unacceptable, plain and simple.
I don't want to continue to go on this
excellence
spiel.
Here at Chat Sports. This is not excellent.
I don't want to go on the spiel, Coop, but I just can't move on until we get there. You got to put and draw your line in the sand. And this is my fucking line. Excuse my language. That's how fired up I am over this.
No, I agree. It takes 2 seconds.
I never understand it.
Yeah.
You know who drives me absolutely nuts with this, and I hope some of them are watching because I'm going to call them out? The people who watch me on the Heat Report. I go live for 65 fucking games a year, and these people don't hit the like button. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It's game fucking 82 against the Wizards. I don't want to be there. We stink. And we can't hit the thumbs up.
They don't like it?
No, it's unbelievable.
I'm going to go like it right now.
Thank you, Coop. Thank you, Coop. Can we we're 15 likes away. We're 15 likes away. Come on. Come on. 15 people with the thumbs up icon. We'll talk about the key storylines in Game 2, and then we'll get the game started. Come on.
Come on.
14. 14 likes away.
I liked it.
Now we're 10 away. Coop is doing his part. Are y'all doing yours?
Come on.
You know what? I'm going to like the video too.
You have to.
It's hard to tune into your own watch party, but I'm doing it.
It is.
That's a pretty thumbnail out there, too. I wonder who made that.
I like that one. No,
Thank
it's
you,
tough.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Where's the like button? Here we go. 46. I'm the 46th like. Who's going to join me? We need 10 likes to get this party started. 5 minutes to go. I'll quickly run through the storylines. Help me out, my friends. I like to consider you guys friends, but I'm reconsidering that now.
No, they're friends.
I still can't believe what the hell he did it again.
Oh, it's simply unbelievable.
It's simply incomprehensible. I am not a good speaker of the English language. I don't even know how I got to where I'm at.
But
Because
you're on
I
YouTube.
really... What'd you say?
But you're on YouTube.
Yeah, and people watch me and hear me speak on the daily. Thousands of them, Coop. And I can't do it very well.
How's that possible?
I don't know. It's because I went to St. Bonaventure, that education.
I suppose so.
Explains a lot. You know 2 Bonnie grads, Coop, me and Smitty. I mean, there's a common denominator on those grads.
This is true.
We're 5 away. Come on. Hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. Now we're 6 away. Someone unliked the video. That's
kind of rude.
That hurts. But over 181 people watching. There we go. 1 like away. Come on. When you flash the key storylines, we can just do them all at once here, Cope.
That sounds great.
Sounds terrific. As we're getting 3.5 minutes away from tip-off. I actually appreciate ESPN and ABC taking down the time. It's usually 15 minutes after scheduled tip. Now it's only about 9 minutes. Good for them. 7. You know, they finally learned. All right, over 200 people watching. We finally crossed 55 likes. Appreciate everybody here today. Let's go to the Game 2 storylines here. We already mentioned it off the top. Is OKC going to bounce back? They're 16-2 this year following losses, with 11 of those wins coming by double digits. Against the Nuggets, they lost Game 1. They won Game 2 by 42. They lost Game 6. They won Game 7 by 33. So they just know how to bounce back. Will they be able to do that? In Game 1, the Pacers bench outscored the Thunder bench, which has been something you don't see often. It was like 37-22, I believe, was the bench total. Obi Toppin had 17 off the bench. He was a game changer. Then you have to talk about the big lineup, Coop, because Hartenstein and Chet barely shared the floor in Game 1, and Holmgren was terrible. 2 of 9 from the field, 6 rebounds, and like 9 points. He was awful. Will he be able to bounce back and have a big game? Excuse me, he had 6 points. Even worse. And then the Pacers. Can they limit their turnovers? Yes, they had the unbelievable comeback in Game 1, but if they turn the ball over 25 times again, they are not going to be able to win. That is unsustainable. They also shot 46% from 3. The Thunder shot 39% from the field and 36% from 3. That feels like that's a number that might climb a little bit. So those are my 5 storylines, Coop. Which one's your biggest?
I think my biggest one is, will we see more double big? And off the rip, the answer is going to be no, because the Thunder are sticking with the same starting lineup with Cason Wallace in and Isaiah Hartenstein coming off the bench. Look, that lineup provided dividends for the Thunder all season long, and I thought it was weird that they went away from it here in Game 1 and now Game 2 of the NBA Finals. So I'll be very curious to see if they bring Hartenstein in quickly and how often he ends up playing.
I wasn't that fan of it because something was going to have to give, because the Pacers run a smaller lineup, the Thunder ran a bigger lineup.
No doubt.
It's like, which team will acclimate to the other? And I would have liked the Thunder to stick with their guns. You won 68 games this year. You beat the Pacers both times in the regular season, I believe. So why not stick to your guns? But they switched, and we'll see if it happens in the Pacers' favor here in Game 2. All right, over 200 people watching. If you're ready for tip-off, spam me. We're about a minute away. Come on. Who's fired up? Who's ready to go?
It's the NBA Finals, baby. It can't get better than this. It doesn't get better than this. I mean, look at the game we got last time. If we get even a game close to that, it would be awesome. Shout out Ty Man, Christopher, Michelle. Cam, Danny. Shout out to all you getting your me's in. Appreciate you. Seconds away from tip-off here at the Paycom Center in Oklahoma City.
It's going to be a very fun game. So hopefully you're fired up just like Coop and I are. Oh, man, what a time.
What up, David?
We only have so many NBA games left, folks. Everybody should be fired up.
There's a max of 6.
Max of 6.
Brutal.
Can I get off a take here, Coop? And I'm going to say it.
Go ahead.
Before game 2, I'm going to call my shot. Shout out to Nicholas, Shelley, David, and more. Type me. I still think the Thunder win the series, and I think they still win it in 5.
In 5. They win the next 4 games.
This gives me, let's take it back almost 13 years, Coop. Not similar team styles and team constructions, but Thunder Heat. Thunder shockingly took game 1 from the Heat.
They did.
And then the Heat run 4 in a row to win in 5. I think the same thing's going to happen in this series. I think the Thunder win in 5. It was my prediction before the series. I am not wavering. The Thunder are the better team. We won't see that collapse again.
I still have Thunder in 6, but it would not shock me if it was 5.
You picked 5 beforehand. Same starting lineups for each team. Nembhard, Nesmith. I thought you said 5. Sorry. Nembhard, Nesmith, Haliburton, Siakam, Miles Turner. For the Thunder, Cason Wallace, Chet Holmgren, SGA, Lou Dort, and Jalen Williams. Folks, it's time to play some NBA Finals basketball. Pacers rocking their yellow unis. Thunder rocking their blue unis. Tip is up. Tip is won by the Oklahoma City Thunder, and they will start with ball. Cason Wallace has it crossing the timeline. He works on Haliburton, goes right into him, lays it up and in with the left hand. So Cason Wallace, who didn't have the best offensive output. And how about this switch defensively, Coop? Cason Wallace is defending Pascal Siakam off the start.
That's an interesting matchup that Mark Daignault wants to go with, and it did not work.
Siakam buries a 3 over the smaller Wallace to start off. They have Jalen Williams on Aaron Nesmith to start. That's an interesting matchup there. Holmgren thought about a 3, pump fakes, drives inside, throws up a shot, can't get it to go, gets his own rebound and puts it back up and in. So Holmgren with an early bucket. Thunder go back up in front.
I believe they call those me-bounds nowadays.
I was going to say something, probably shouldn't. Nesmith, corner 3 off the Haliburton pass, no good. Rebound Jalen Williams. Williams pushing the pace, drives on Siakam, kicks to the corner. Dort was hot in game 1 and can't get it the first one to go in game 2. Do you think you know where I was going with that?
I absolutely do know where you were going.
Nembhard pick and roll with Siakam, gets the switch, swings it to Turner. SGA defending Siakam inside. Gilgeous-Alexander, 2 minutes into the ball game, has not touched the ball. Nembhard pull up mid-range, good. And he puts the Thunder up or back down by 1. Nembhard had that unbelievable combo step-back shot with 2 minutes to go to make it a 6-point game.
One of the best shots I've ever seen.
Holmgren driving, spinning, drop-off. It's Cason Wallace, corner 3. No good there. Rebound battled for, out of bounds, will go to the Pacers. The Pacers in game 1 led for 0.3 seconds.
And they won the ball game.
They've led here early for most of the opening 2 minutes. Haliburton, pick and roll with Turner, show and go, stripped, out of bounds, will stay with the Pacers. Wallace slapped it out. What's up, Apachito? Good to see you. 2 minutes in, 5-4, Pacers lead. Haliburton throws it away. No, saved by Turner. Wow, what a play by Miles Turner to keep that one in play. 5 on the shot clock. Nembhard, pull up deep 2. Comes up short. Lou Dort flies in for the board. Outlet to Gilgeous-Alexander. He's now got it for the first time tonight. Pick and roll with Dort. Dort's going to get it back. Deep 3. Connects. Couldn't make the corner triple, but knocks down the 27-footer from the right wing.
Do you see they put trophies on the court?
Oh, wow. That's got to be one of those like GFX things, though, like the YouTube TV here. I don't think that's decal.
You might be right.
Yeah, look, it's not there right now.
Yeah. They heard all the feedback.
ESPN
Everyone.
Silver made the call. On the other end, Siakam spun. Little pulling of the chair by SGA, and Siakam, before traveling with it, throws it out of bounds. Yeah, see, it wasn't there. Now it's there.
Interesting.
Listen, even though it's not actually decaled, it does add a little.
Of course
it adds.
does.
It adds.
Great.
Good on ESPN. I'm not going to give credit to the NBA for anything.
Absolutely not.
Rare time I'll support a decision made by ESPN. Jalen Williams driving, loses the handle. Miles Turner forces the turnover. Nembhard swings it to Nesmith. He passed up a three. Worked around to Haliburton. Now Nembhard working on his Canadian teammate, SGA. Drives, throws it out of bounds, but it looks like it was tipped by Cason Wallace, and the Pacers will have it on the baseline with 6 seconds to go on the shot clock. Over 600 people watching. Hit that thumbs up icon. Let's get the triple-digit likes. We're 20 away. Nembhard had a hard time getting in. Now finds Turner. Turner drives. Kicks Siakam. 2 on the shot clock. Step back. Deep 3. Oh, my God. It almost went in. It went halfway down, but popped out and hit the top of the backboard out of bounds. So it will go back to OKC. It's been a little bit of a staggered start, I want to say. A little slow.
Sluggish.
A lot of out of bounds. A lot of stoppages in play early on, Coop. SGA gets downhill, pull up 8-footer, goes, and Alexander knocks down his first shot of the night, and the Thunder have their largest lead of the evening, which is 4.
The mid-range god.
Midi God. Haliburton swings at Siakam. Baseline drive. Good cut off there. Drops off to Miles Turner. Bank shot. Good. I tell you what, I don't know if there's a better player in the NBA in bank shots from about 15 feet on the wings. Turner just knocks him down.
He hit the ridiculous one, the 3 in game 1.
Yeah, Jalen Williams driving, kicking, SGA, corner 3, bottoms! Alexander with 5 straight points for the Thunder. Not often is he shooting one off the catch. Nembhard, corner 3, looking for the answer. He has it. And now we're getting a little bit of this back and forth action that we saw late in game 1. Jalen Williams to the rack. In a crowd, blocked by Haliburton. Pacers in transition. Siakam to the rim. Layup, no. No foul. A lot of contact. 5-on-4 OKC the other way. Holmgren and trail to the rim. He just dribbled it out of bounds. This guy stinks.
What's going on? Chet Holmgren not had a good final so far.
Both him and Jalen Williams in 4 1/4 quarters have been bad. Haliburton looking for the lead. Sidestep 3. No. Ball tipped around. Rebounded by Jalen Williams. Outlet to SGA. He drives inside. He loses the handle. And it's a Thunder turnover now. Back-to-back possessions with turnovers for Oklahoma City. Nembhard on the right wing. Gets a screen. In the mid-range. Sidestep. Goes up and under, foul, and he'll go to the line to try to even this game with 6:40 to go in the opening period. We got 600 people watching, yet only 93 likes. Hit that thumbs up icon. We offered this deal in game 1. I'll do it again, Coop. If we get to 150 likes in the first TV timeout, I'll take a shot at tequila.
I'll join you.
It's $20 super chats to do a shot of 1,800. If we get to 150 likes during the first TV timeout, I'll do one on the house. We're at 96, now 109. So we're 41 away. So the people in the beginning of the stream, Coop, they didn't want to like the video out of spite. As soon as I say I'll take a shot, here come the lights pouring
they come.
in. Yeah, I mean, unbelievable.
You just sell your body.
And I sell my soul. I sold my soul. Call me Tyrese Haliburton.
Duncan's in the chat.
What's up, Dunk? What up, Dunk?
My man Jason Workman. Donald says, go Pacers F OKC.
OKC hater. Why is that, my friend? Or is he just a Pacers fan?
Some would call them unethical.
Would you do that, Cope?
Certain players.
Oh, yeah, really?
Certain players.
You were rooting for one of those unethical players on Thursday, though.
Who?
Huh?
Who?
You were. You're calling SGA.
I wasn't rooting for him. I was rooting for him for monetary reasons.
How about this? The Pacers have not been in the luxury tax in 20 years.
Wow.
But they will be after this year, assuming they re-sign Miles Turner. 150 likes! It happened.
Go, baby.
That is insane. You need another one?
No, I was just saying cheers.
Oh. Drinks from Friday night still are in my system. Cheers, my friend. To you guys. 800 people watching. Appreciate everybody. It's going to be a fun night, I think, Coop.
I'm pumped.
Maybe this game isn't. I would have taken Thunder blowout. Now the Thunder can go on a run anytime, and they can really just put you out of commission. But the Pacers look like they feel more confident tonight than they did early on in Game 1.
Yeah, they're starting out much better. Look, they turned it over 10 times in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, they're getting shots off tonight at least. How many turnovers do they have so far in this one? Let's check it. Only one. The one Pascal Siakam was a dead ball turnover, too. On the flip side, 3 turnovers for OKC, all won by each of their top 3 players.
Yeah, Chet started out a little helter-skelter tonight.
And
Can't
he
really.
always is. This is ridiculous. Tyrese Haliburton to tie or take the lead in the final 2 minutes of the playoffs and regular season is 13 of 15. Have we ever seen a player consistently make as many clutch shots as he has this season?
It is unbelievable.
I think it is
don't
the
think
best
so.
season in NBA history when it comes to clutch moments.
I don't think there's any question about it, right? I mean, what he's doing is absolutely incredible, and he has 4 of them in the playoffs alone.
Yeah.
Which is the most since
And he's
97.
4-4 there, right? 4-4?
Yeah.
Yeah. Andrew Nembhard missed the first free throw, knocks down the second, so it's still an OKC 1-point lead. A couple substitutions here. Isaiah Hartenstein in, Chet Holmgren out, Benedict Mathurin and Obi Toppin in for the Pacers. SGA's got it, defended by Nembhard, gets a couple of switches. It's Mathurin now. SGA drives right, gets to his spot, 15-foot baseline jumper, fouled, and SGA will be going to the line. That's an intriguing storyline here, Coop. Gilgeous-Alexander shot just 8 free throws in Game 1, but 6 of the 8 came in the fourth quarter, so the Pacers limited his opportunities and only was at the line for 2 attempts in the first 3 quarters.
And I took the more on 10.5 on my prize picks. It did not hit. I wonder if it hits tonight at 9.5.
Oh, it was lowered by a full point, huh? Here's the replay. Gilgeous-Alexander slapped, right on the right elbow. Mathurin was in good position, didn't need to swing his arms down, Coop.
Can't do that.
SGA goes 1 of 2. So lead is 13-11. Nembhard pick and roll. Thought about a step back, ultimately swings it to Haliburton. Almost halfway through this opening period, back and forth action here. Haliburton to Turner. Miles Turner, top of the key triple. Too strong. Rebound Nembhard, and the Pacers have a fresh 14. Haliburton fouled by Lou Dort on the ground. First foul on Dort.
Big time.
I think this is my new favorite bet. Betting on personal fouls is actually chills. Betting on personal fouls is chills. Lou Dort's a hack. Good.
It's not betting.
Unbelievable defense. What happened?
It's not betting.
Well, I didn't mention the thing that I did it with, so.
Ow.
I'm good, Coop. Appreciate you, but you can't get me.
Fair enough.
3 on the shot clock. Turnover. Mathurin loses it. Lou Dort picks up the loose ball. No opportunity for the Thunder to get out in transition. SGA driving inside, hanging, drops it off. It's Cason Wallace. He loses the handle. Scrum on the baseline. Bodies hitting the deck. Ball out of bounds. Ball was touched by Andrew Nembhard. So it'll be Thunder ball, 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. Continue to hit that sub button if you haven't already. 800 people watching. If we get to 410K subscribers tonight, I'll do a shot on the house. Do a shot on the house.
I'll second that.
We're 268 away. We put out daily content, NBA. I think I'm going to be releasing a big board for the NBA draft tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that if you are an NBA fan and are a subscriber. Alex Caruso he was phenomenal in game 1. He immediately puts up a 3 in the corner, no good. Rebound Haliburton, he'll swing it over to Mathurin and he gets it back.
No.
Oh my God. Logo 3 from 31 feet, no good.
That's not your game, Tyrese.
I mean, that shot early in the shot clock, probably not the best there. Oh, what a move by Gilgeous-Alexander. Gets to the rim, but stonewalled by SGA. Swung out to Caruso, another corner 3. Oh, put that one on the highlight tape. What a possession for the Thunder, and they take a 5-point lead. Bad shots will always get to you, Coop. Foul, Lou Dort bumps Obi Toppin on the pick and roll. That's Dort's second.
What a lock that is.
Did you take that?
Yeah.
Okay. What else did you pair it with?
I went...
Caruso has been in the game for a minute. He's launched 2 threes. He's 1 of 2.
I went Dort, Nesmith, more than 5.5 3-pointers attempted.
Okay.
And then Shai. I took the more 9.5 free throws attempted.
Wow. Haliburton swings to the corner. Mathurin 3. Oh, tough shot. Benedict Mathurin. Back to a 2-point game. Jalen Williams working inside now. Nothing there. He had a rough game 1. Can he get going in game 2? He shot 6 of 19 in game 1. Dort with a 3 attempt. Too strong. Hey, backboard first. Oh, boy.
Is that 3 on Dort?
No, that's 2, I think.
PrizePicks is saying 3.
No, that can't be right. Well, maybe 1 happens on this possession. PrizePicks ahead of us. Turner, 3-point attempt. No. Rebound Caruso. 4 minutes to go. Caruso shot out a cannon. 1-man fast break to the rim. Stripped out of bounds. It will stay with OKC.
Yeah, he's only got 2.
I was going to say. This was a really impressive swing pass by Haliburton in the pick and roll to Mathurin, who just had it ready to go in the corner with a tough 3.
Bang.
Thunder still lead. Caruso to inbound. They look to get it to SGA. Now get it to Isaiah Joe, who just subbed in. Hartenstein acting as the playmaker, driving on Thomas Bryant. Gets his 2 feet in the restricted area and is fouled by Thomas Bryant. One thing that I know about Thomas Bryant, he is not a good defender.
Shout out to the 585.
Shout out to the 585. And like myself, who is not the best defender, I think it's just in the water. I'm capping on my name. I'm a really good defender when I don't have to guard a shifty guard. When I guard someone that is in the same ballpark as me, I can do.
You can hold your own.
But if it's a shifty guard with a big good handle, I'm cooked. Isaiah Hartenstein knocks down the first free throw. 3-point Thunder lead.
I feel like where you play, there's a lot of those shifty guards.
Yeah, it's a battle for sure.
Yeah.
It's a battle for sure. A lot of good players, a lot of good athletes in the Dallas area. Hartenstein splits the pair. TJ McConnell grabs the rebound. He just subbed in. They're trying to get it to Thomas Bryant, posting up Isaiah Joe. They can't. They swing it around to the corner. Obi Toppin had 5 threes in game 1, and he knocks down his first attempt tonight. We're tied up at 17.
Obi Toppin, 3-point sniper?
Ain't no stopping Obi Toppin. SGA drives, hangs, can't finish. Ball tipped around, grabbed by Bryant. Here comes Haliburton. Pacers have numbers, but good transition defense by the Thunder. Now Toppin gets it, driving. Blocked by Holmgren. And just like that, Coop, It's a double big look for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
This is what they need to go to, I think, as their base lineup. These guys have been doing it all season, and Chet is so much better at the 4.
Yeah, and think about this. If Chet and Hartenstein don't share the floor, that's an easy layup for Obi Toppin.
Absolutely, yeah. He gets to the rim, no doubt there.
We will be heading to our second TV timeout of the quarter. 3 minutes to go in the opening period. While we have this opportunity, let me tell you about our sponsor, which is Prize Picks. Over 900 people watching. Y'all got to get started with the #1 daily fantasy sports app out there. I play Prize Picks on the daily because it's so easy and it makes watching these games so much fun. All you do is pick more or less on points, rebounds, assists, just to name a few stat types, and you could have your shot to win up to 2,000 times your cash today. Prize Picks invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks does not hit. Prize Picks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money in as quick as 15 minutes. They have weekly promotions. Tuesday, they have discounted players. They call it Taco Tuesday. On Friday, they have Flex Friday, which gives you a protected flex play. It's none of those days today, but I still got an entry in here. I got more than Chet Holmgren, 14.5 points. He's only got 2. Got less than Andrew Nembhard, 4 3-pointers attempted. He's attempted 1, so fine there. I have more than Nesmith, 3-pointers attempt at 5.5. He's attempted 1, so he needs to get a little bit more busy on that end. And then Lou Dort, more than 3 fouls. He's already got 2, so I feel pretty good about how that one has started. Join me and the millions of others on Prize Picks today. Download the app and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That is code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That link is in the live chat and description of today's stream. Prize Picks, run your game. All right, appreciate Prize Picks. Appreciate the 920 people watching. And hey, if you want to make this a party on a Sunday night, I got no issue doing that. I know Coop doesn't either. Any donations help us grow, help us go live for these events more and more. And in return, we like to provide something extra more than our free broadcast. $5, we'll talk about your team. $10, we'll do a beers cheers. And $20 is a shot. Do you want to quickly adjust this, Coop, to where it's 5, 10, 20?
Yeah.
But over 900 people watching, who's going to be the person to start the Super Chats today? That's what I want to know. Who's going to be numero uno? Who is it going to be? Who is it going to be?
Where's Dibble?
Dibble, what a guy. Cosmic says, where's Marshall? I think he's home.
He's at Chat House?
I think so. Fun fact, if you didn't know this, me and Marshall live together. Oh, boy. Went to go squeeze this tea bag, and it almost broke.
Oh.
So we'll get that in there before it does actually break. Ooh, that's an interesting taste.
Little lemon?
It's like, so I had a tea the other night, lemon herbal, because it helps with like prebiotics, gut digestion, stuff like that. This one is a Trader Joe's ginger turmeric that does the same thing, and that is certainly an interesting flavor. What just happened here? Tyrese Haliburton carried the ball, and that's a turnover.
We're calling carries?
Well, if we're calling lane violation. Oh, no, he stepped on the, he stepped on the half-court line. That's an over and back. You just can't have those silly turnovers in this type of game. Each team has 3 turnovers in the first quarter. Hartenstein, top of the key, handoff SGA. He gets downhill. Swings to Isaiah Joe. This is a pretty set from the Thunder, but Joe can't pay it off. TJ McConnell back the other way. Caruso defends. That's just a fun battle between 2 players that give it their all at every single basis. Haliburton, step in 3. Bottoms for Haliburton. And the Pacers take a 3-point lead. 2017 is the score here early in quarter 1. Isaiah Joe back cut, up and under layup. Oh! How did he make that? Underrated feed by Hartenstein as well. Haliburton now has it the other way. looking to extend the Pacers' lead. Drives, turns. Isaiah Joe there forces a tough fadeaway, and Holmgren grabs the board after the miss. Gilgeous-Alexander driving, kicking. It's Holmgren. He pump fakes, relocates for a three, and he knocks it down. OKC back out in front. Oh, they're going to say foot on the line too. 21-20. Obi Toppin the other way. Bumped, fouled on the floor. Side out for Indiana.
I'm sure they'll review that Chet 3/2.
Coop, he made the shot, but I would have liked to see Chet after the pump fake, instead of relocating, his foot absolutely was on the line.
Yep.
How about we get to the rim there?
I agree, yeah. Look, he's one dribble and he's at the rim. So
you just got to take one low dribble, get through Haliburton and Nembhard, and you're there for an easy lay-in. Under 2 to go in quarter one. Nembhard, triple in the corner, comes up short. That one hurts my prize picks. 2 attempts in the first quarter is not ideal.
Did you go less?
Yeah.
I went more.
On Nembhard threes attempted? Isaiah Joe's going to line up another one. Can't get it to go, so the sharpshooter's 0 for 2. Nesmith and Siakam back into the game. Haliburton's taking a seat. Thomas Bryant, no hesitation, 3. Yeah, that's not what you want, Jim.
It's not his game.
He can make them, but I wouldn't take them often. SGA inside, up and under, floater, no. That's a rare miss in a tight area. Nesmith, transition right wing 3. He can't get it to go. Good rebound in traffic by Holmgren. And then Thomas Bryant is going to be whistled for a reach-in foul. So it's going back to Oklahoma City with 1 minute to go in the period. The Pacers are in the bonus. The Thunder are not. If that foul is actually not on Thomas Bryant, it's on Siakam. I don't know who they called it on, though. Because the foul was Siakam, but I don't know if they called Thomas Bryant.
They called it on Bryant.
Yeah, I thought so too, but it was clear the contact was from Siakam. SGA gets the switch on the Bryant, drives, swings, Holmgren open 3. That one was behind the line, and he buries it. So 5 straight points for Chet Holmgren. He's now got 7 in the quarter, and the Thunder lead by 4. Good bounce back period. He's already got more points today than he had in game 1.
Yeah, he had 6 in game 1. He's already got 7 here now.
The double big lineup has paid dividends for OKC early. McConnell, little mid-range pull-up on Holmgren, no good. Couldn't take advantage of the switch.
Chet did a great job.
Yeah, he did. 5-second differential, shot clock, game clock. SJ discards Nesmith, step back 3. In and out, no good. Ball tipped around, will go out of bounds. It will stay with OKC. So now there is a 1.9-second differential between shot clock, game clock. So the Thunder essentially have last possession of this period if they want. They show just so much pressure as SGA got 2 feet in the paint there. They collapsed with 3 or 4 guys, leading Holmgren open. Trying to get it to SGA. They can't. They get to Holmgren. Holmgren drives on Miles Turner, feeling confident. Finger roll layup. Good! 9 first quarter points for Holmgren. 6-point Thunder lead, largest lead for either team in quarter number 1. 5 in the quarter to go. Nembhard's got it. Driving, gets a foot, spins, kicks out Siakam. Oh my God, what is he doing? He doesn't get the shot off. He caught it with about 1.5 seconds left and was just fumbling with the ball. He made the shot ironically enough, but it will not count. So after the opening 12, the Thunder lead 26-20.
What's Siakam doing? Did he think he thought he had way more time than he did, or he just didn't have?
Or when he grabbed it, he just slipped.
That was a back and forth first quarter. Started out pretty sluggish, but both teams kind of got going on the offensive end. Indiana still shooting it pretty well from beyond the arc. They're going to need more from Chet. I mean, he was fantastic down the stretch there with 7 straight points in the quarter, and then they're going to need a little more efficiency from Shai.
I just tweeted this out, and if you want more NBA content, whether it's the draft, whether it's free agency, trade rumors, anything, follow me at Twitter, at Nick_Roloff. I'll give a shout out to anyone who follows me from today's stream. I'll throw my handle in the live chat here. But I just tweeted this out, Coop. Double big lineup paying dividends early for the Thunder. Glad they went back to it after you not using it in game one. I mean, ever since they put Hartenstein and Holmgren on the floor together. Like in the first 4 minutes, Coop, when it was just Chet, the Pacers had the advantage. Then the next 3 or 4 minutes was just Hartenstein. Pacers still led. Then they go to Chet and Hartenstein for the final 4 minutes, and the Thunder closed the quarter on a 7-0 run.
And they end up leading by 6. Look, we said it before the game that this was going to be one of the biggest keys, is if they could use the 2 big lineup and if they could get production out of it. And the answer has been unequivocally yes so far. I don't know why they went away from it in the first 2 games of the starting lineup of this series, but if I'm Mark Daignault right now, I'm sticking with it as long as I possibly can. As long as I possibly can.
Yeah, I mean, also, by the way, the Pacers trail by 6, only 20 points in the quarter. Not shooting well, 33% from the field, 35% from 3. The Thunder have gotten nothing from their second leading scorer this year. Jalen Williams, 0 points, 1 turnover, 0 for 1 from the field after a 6 for 19 performance in game 1. You have to imagine he's going to break out eventually here, but rough 5 quarters for the young wing in his 3rd season.
Yeah, they're going to need more from him. Like you said, he's the second scorer on that team behind Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, so they're going to have to find something for him. I don't know whether it's drawing up designed plays for him or just getting him overall just better looks, but something's going to have to start falling for Jalen Williams there.
I'm texting my friends this right now, Coop, and the Thunder still lead by 6, but I think Jalen Williams and Chet Holmgren have to be some of the 2 most inconsistent playoff performers.
They are.
One game, they look like the greatest thing ever. Jalen Williams had a couple masterful performances against the Timberwolves and Nuggets, but some nights like yesterday and early today, or the last game and today, he's just been terrible.
He's been bad, man, and this is a young team, and you kind of expect the inconsistent performances from a young team who really hasn't been on this stage before, but they're going to need better from Jalen Williams. Holmgren had a really strong first quarter, so that looked promising for them. But I think they're going to need more from Jalen Williams.
Second quarter action is underway. Nembhard, step back 3. You got to be shitting me. No good. This guy averages like 3.5 attempts from beyond the arc on the year. He's taken 3 in the first 12 minutes of the game. Aaron Wiggins. Oh, what a move! Driving left, spinning right, banks it home over Siakam. Thunder have their largest lead of the game. It's 8. Siakam looking to make a move on Wiggins. Swings it over to Nembhard. Nembhard's had a rough start to game 2 after being really good late in game 1. McConnell 3. Bam! Wow! TJ McConnell doesn't shoot many threes. Knocks down 1 there. He had 1 in game 1 too.
Why didn't I take it?
I don't know, but Jalen Williams gets downhill. And 1! TJ McConnell tried to draw the charge. Jalen Williams was just able to sidestep it. And McConnell just did not. Yeah, that's a charge. It's a block all day right there, Coop. And it's an and 1 for Jalen Williams, his first bucket of the game.
McConnell was not in good position there whatsoever.
Jalen Williams knocks down the free throw to convert the 3-point play the old-fashioned way, and the Thunder lead is back to 8. This is an intriguing moment for the Thunder here, with both Chet and SGA off the floor. It's Hartenstein, Wiggins, Caruso, Williams, and Wallace. Can they extend their lead? Or just survive? Benedict Mathurin, elbow jumper, too strong. Rebound Wallace. Outlet Jalen Williams. What a pass in transition to Caruso, who flies to the rim. Can't get it to go, but a goaltend is called, and the Thunder open up their first double-digit lead of the game.
I get a feeling Rick Carlisle is going to take a timeout here.
Yeah, that was
Hit the backboard.
absolutely a goaltend. We're one stop and bucket from the Thunder away from a timeout. You're absolutely correct, Coop. Well, the Pacers turn it over. Outlet to Caruso. Caruso Euro steps, bumped, fouled. Oh! And one! Alex Caruso! What a tough... Oh, they're going to charge? Oh, I wonder if the Thunder would challenge this.
Oh, I think that's a block.
That's not a charge.
No.
In my 24 years of life, I would say about 17 of them have been involved with basketball in some capacity. There is just not a world that I've lived in that is a charge. But Daignault does not challenge. Wow, I'm actually shocked. I would have challenged that with no questions. Pacers come the other way. Miles Turner flips one up and in. What a swing there. It's a 5-point swing, Coop.
That's absolutely massive, and I kind of think OKC got jobbed right there.
Yeah. Hartenstein throws it away. What is he thinking there? McConnell in transition. Drop off to Mathurin, lays it up and in. So now we could have seen, Coop, a 13-point lead for the Thunder.
It's 6.
It is now down to 6. Jalen Williams driving, kicking. Caruso wanting another 3. Can't make that one. Hartenstein offensive rebound. Put back no. Ball tipped around. Jalen Williams fighting for it. Oh, what a save by TJ McConnell. Here comes Nembhard. Nembhard spins, loses the handle. Picks it up as bodies go flying. McConnell's going to line up another 3. No good there. And Wiggins with a good box out on Siakam. Pacers shooting just 37%. Thunder 48. Williams, mid-range, elbow, pull-up. Good! Timeout Carlisle. Thunder lead 35-27. Coop, you kind of felt like a timeout was coming, but the Pacers were able to go on a 4-0 spurt before that bucket for Williams to prolong the timeout usage, but it ultimately does get burned.
Yeah, Rick Carlisle loves taking timeouts when he feels his team is kind of slipping away a little bit, and they really don't have much of a control on the game right now. I think they're going to get Haliburton in here after the timeout and try to cut into some of this lead.
Can I, not to be the person that complains about everything, Coop, but if we were going to digitally put something on the court for the finals, I would have rather been the final script, the text, rather than a small PNG of the Larry O'Brien.
I don't disagree. I wonder if just the Larry O was easier for them to do. Or just put it on the court, man.
Yeah.
It's just an oversight.
I agree. We'll do this next time. 885 people watching. If you have not already, please hit that sub button. I'm Nick Roloff here with Jeffrey Cooperstein. We're going to be live for every NBA Finals game, so subscribe and come back. But we also put out videos every single day on this channel, whether it is college football, whether it is NBA, whether it is NFL. We go live for the big events like the NBA draft. I'll be live in 17 days. How about that, folks? For day 1 and day 2 of the draft. We'll be live for free agency. We'll be here all off season long, so if you want daily coverage of the NBA, NFL, and college football, hit that sub button.
Subscribe today.
Number 1 leader in sports coverage here. Come on. Come on. And like I said, me and Cooper taking shots tequila. We get to 410,000 today.
Don't got to tell me twice. We also take shots of tequila for a $20 super chat.
Yeah, that's true too, Coop. We haven't got one of those today. We haven't got any super chat today. Who's going to break that? How was your sandwich, my friend?
It was very good.
BAC,
very good.
They're still advertising iPhone 16 with the 17 coming out soon.
17 comes out in September.
That's how they get you. They're advertising it now, and
Then in 3 months.
Then 5 months from now, not even, you're right, 3 months from now, it's like, oh, that one not good anymore.
That's how they get you. I got to assume Haliburton's back.
Yeah, you'd have to assume so. But as I mentioned to start the second quarter, Cope, 8-point game, SGA and Chet Holmgren out.
Yep.
How is the Thunder going to fare with Jalen Williams lead initiator minutes? They fared relatively well thus far.
Yeah, they're a +2. I think it was 26-20 at the end of the quarter.
Yes.
So they've gained 2 points.
Yeah.
With their key guys out.
They're up 9-7. Quick math. Would you go to something like this, Coop?
I did in 2011.
Oh, really?
Yep.
How old were you then?
I was 14.
Oh, very fun. You go with your dad?
No, he was there at the game, but.
Oh, yeah, that was a dumb question. Who did you go with?
My stepmom.
Nice. Oh, my God! Look what they did to the court, Coop.
Wow. Are they watching us?
Now, I don't need presented by YouTube TV. Now, we have about 3 different YouTube TV mentions on the broadcast.
Well, the black one is, that's real.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, they still got 3. Missed shot by Siakam. The Thunder come the other way. Block inside. Pacers out in transition the other way. Mathurin thought about a step back 3. He doesn't take it. Has Chet Holmgren on him. Does he try to drive inside? He does. Kick the top in. He made 5 threes in game 1. Already has 1 tonight, but can't make the second shot attempt. So no good there. Holmgren back into the game. So the 2 young Thunder trying to carry this unit with no SGA. Almost turned over. Holmgren's been a little bit loose with the ball today. Gets it over to Aaron Wiggins, who takes a step back 3 and buries it. Thunder, largest lead of the evening. It's 11. And now Haliburton will check in next TV timeout, or I guess stoppage in play, which won't come here. Holmgren forces a miss. Thunder out in transition. Williams to the rim, fouled by McConnell, and Jalen Williams will have 2 free throws to try to extend this Thunder lead. Holmgren has brought it today, Coop.
He's really brought the energy on the offensive end especially. Now he's, like you said, been a little loose with the rock, but he's being super aggressive, which is what you want to see from him.
In this first half, he has 9 points, 3 boards, 2 blocks. He already has 3 more points than he did in game 1, and he already has half the rebounds he had in game 1. He's just been more active on every facet of the game. Williams makes the first free throw, 39-27. What's up, XI? Fins up, my friend. Jalen Williams in his 3rd season made the All-Star team, 3rd team All-NBA, 2nd team All-Defense. Certainly has a bright future, but he is a player that is a little bit divisive at times. Can the Thunder win with him as a top 3 player on the team? I would argue he's their 2nd best player.
I would as well.
Now, they have such a well-rounded team, it might be masked. He's had a good start to this one, especially in the second quarter. 7 points, 4 boards, 4 assists. All 7 points in this second period. Obi Toppin, show and go, can't make the layup. Rebounded by Kenrich Williams. Did not play in game 1, getting some game 2 run here.
They're trying to go big.
They're going big. They're emptying the bench. And then what a massive mistake by the Pacers. Just left Chet Holmgren wide open underneath the basket. They find him. He slams it home. Timeout Pacers. It's 42-27. OKC leads.
Do we have a blowout on our hands?
The largest the lead got for OKC on Thursday, Coop, was 15. So they've matched it here in the second quarter. They led by 15 with about, I think, 6 or 7 minutes left in game 1. And then we obviously know how that ended. But we are going to take our second timeout of this period with 7 minutes to go. Thunder up by 15. While we have this opportunity, I will tell you about our sponsor on today's show. That is Prize Picks, the daily fantasy sports app I play every single day. It's so easy, and with only 1 series left in the playoffs, the championship is on the line. It means time's running out for you to put your final takes to the test on Prize Picks, where you can win up to 2,000 times your cash today. It's so easy to use. To create a lineup, all you do is have to pick more or less on a fewer player stat projections, and you can win up to 2,000 times your money. Think Shai Gilgeous-Alexander will get more than 30 points. Think Haliburton more than 9.5 assists. You can cook up your hot takes with your friends and win real money this basketball season. I cooked up my hot takes. Me and Coop did some action together, did some separately. My entry so far, I feel okay about it. Honestly, the person who scares me the most is Andrew Nembhard. Holmgren, I need him to have 15 points. He's already at 11. Lou Dort to have 3 fouls or more. He's already got 2. Nesmith to have 5.5 3-pointers attempted. He's got 2. But Nembhard, less than 4 3-pointers. He's already taken 3. We'll see what happens there. I could win 12.5 times my money if I get this. If not, oof. Tough break for Mr. Nick Roloff. But join me, download the app, and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game.
When it says 3, does 3 win it?
No, but that would get like removed from the lineup.
Oh, okay.
So when it's an exact number, if that exact number happens, that just gets eliminated from the lineup essentially. Whew.
This looks like a movie up your alley.
I don't know, man. Well, maybe a little too creepy for me.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Not the biggest creep guy when it comes to that stuff.
Mr. Timothy, welcome back. Says OKC is back up big. NBA Universe is back in balance.
We'll see. We still have a lot of game left. Coop, where did we start in subscribers today?
We started.
Did we start 7?
We picked up about 70 subs.
Okay, I didn't know if we started at 700, or if we started at 600. But make sure you guys have hit that sub button. I'm trying to get to 410K today. If we do, I'm taking a shot. Put out daily videos on the NBA. I think I'm dropping a big board tomorrow in the draft.
Let's go.
Almost done with all my scouting. I have ideas where I want to put people. I have most of my wings done, most of my guards done. We'll be doing some more work on the bigs this week. Hopefully, my entire scouting is done by this week. That's the goal.
By the end of the week?
End of the week. Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday before we come in, Friday before we come in, and then some on the weekend if absolutely necessary. But I should give myself enough time. All right, pivotal moments here for the Pacers as they try not to fall too down here. Nesmith driving inside. Oh, what a tough finish. Running right hook layup over Holmgren. Jalen Williams subbed out. SGA's back in for the Thunder here. Thunder were able to extend the lead with SGA on the bench. He drives, kicks, Holmgren, pump fake, drive, pull up mid-range, no good there. What a dumb idea there by Haliburton. He turns it over. Good help by Kenrich Williams, tipping it. Aaron Wiggins the other way. They work it around the horn, back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Great defense by Holmgren. He forces a turnover out of bounds. Holmgren has been a different player today.
Chet's been super aggressive on both ends of the court, making his presence known, and that's exactly what OKC needed. Not the best start for Shai either. Jalen Williams has had a better start as well, so they're getting more from their supporting cast.
Just tweet this out. When Chet Holmgren is playing at his best, OKC is unbeatable. He will sub out, Hartenstein back in. SGA gets a screen, rejects the screen, gets downhill to the rim, fouled, and one! SGA, the MVP, putting the Thunder up 17, the largest lead of the game.
And the series.
And the series is correct. It was a late whistle, but I thought live that Mathurin absolutely hit him on the shoulder there. Watch his right shoulder get hit.
Yep.
Yeah, right there on the backside. And Gilgeous-Alexander, who's 1 of 2 at the line today, is making his second trip, third attempt. Will look to put the Thunder up by 18. Pacers being blanketed today. Just tighter defense from OKC here early in this one. And Alexander makes the free throw. He's got 11 points on 4 of 7 shooting. Haliburton driving, kicking. Nesmith had an angle for a 3, but didn't launch it. They reset it to Haliburton. Back to Nesmith. Nesmith driving on Dort. Euro step. Layup for Nesmith. No good. Good defense by the first team All-NBA defender. Thunder looking to get their lead to 20. Ken with the bucket here. Aaron Wiggins has the matchup he wants. Step back over Haliburton, left wing. Bottoms for Aaron Wiggins. He's got 6 off the bench, and the lead is 21. Boy, those Thunder, they can hit you hard quickly. Alexander with a steal. It's a 17-2 run over the last 5 minutes.
They're in trouble.
SGA looking to extend. Bumped, fouled. Siakam on the floor, will be side out. Yeah, this game is teetering on the edge of disaster for Indiana.
What a move by
Very
Wiggins.
reminiscent by Wiggins of a little Andrew Nembhard last game against the SGA. You know they call him in OKC the savior of basketball?
Wiggins?
Yeah.
I did not.
They inbound it to SGA. He gets by Nembhard, up and under layup. It's good! Gilgeous-Alexander with 13 and a half. The lead is 23. The Pacers have just called their 3rd timeout of the quarter, and we're going to head to another break with 4:45 to go in the half.
This looks like it could be a rout.
This looks exactly like Game 2 of the Nuggets-Thunder series. Thunder blow a head-scratching game in the first quarter. Next game at home, they win by 40.
We kind of saw this coming, right?
I did.
You saw a full-on onslaught coming from the Oklahoma City Thunder. The way they battled back after defeat all season and the manner in which they were defeated, it does not shock me at all that OKC has come out like this.
Tyler Jones just sent this tweet out. The Thunder's brand of basketball is greater than anything Dr. Naismith could have ever dreamed of.
I like that.
It's kind of a funny tweet. I also seen this tweet. In a redraft, who would you take first, Jalen Williams or Shai Holmgren?
That's a great question. Williams.
I would take Jalen Williams as well.
Think
And
so, too.
I'm very hard on both, but I think Jalen Williams has more consistent upside going forward. This is the last thing you could have wanted out of a timeout for Indiana. Illegal screen, Miles Turner. How about this, Coop? The Pacers have 3 timeouts left for the game.
Yeah, Rick loves to use his timeouts, man.
Hey, can't go home with them.
That's his favorite saying. He loves that.
Well, I always love when a team loses a close game late in the NFL or NBA
Yeah.
or college basketball and they have a timeout. It's like, you probably should have used that. SGA turns it over. Nembhard in transition, gets to the rim, and Euro steps it home. So big-time play there by Nembhard to get the game back to a 21-point difference.
Andrew Nembhard's been really good so far.
Almost turned over again by SGA, but Kenrich Williams picks up the loose ball. SGA gets it back. Siakam in pursuit. SGA with a pretty crossover, step back, elbow jumper, no good. Kenrich Williams just flew in for the rebound, swung to the corner. Aaron Wiggins 3, no good. Rebound again offensively, Kenrich Williams. He throws it away. And it's a turnover. Dead ball.
The savior of basketball is what they're calling him.
Look it up on his basketball reference. Maryland, I get why Chet could go higher in a redraft, but he's just got so much injury risk long term that I'll take the already top 10 defender in the NBA that has upside to turn into a top 10 player in the NBA if he's able to hone in on his handle. That's really the one thing that brings him back, is that he has a loosey handle. Siakam working on Williams now, gets by him to the rim, fouled, and one, Pascal Siakam. So potential 5-0 spurt by Indiana here to get him right back in a good mojo potentially.
Need Siakam to get aggressive going to the rim more often if they're going to get back in this game.
And one converted by Siakam, so it's an 18-point game.
Got our first super chat of the day.
Oh, let's go. You know what? The Pacers defense is really amped up over the last minute and a half when they've called this timeout. Alexander turned it over once, almost turned it over a second time, and then just got stripped, but it went out of bounds for a third possession.
My guess is assistant coach Mike Weiner laid into them.
Yeah, probably. Alexander splits a double, kicks to the corner. It's a Holmgren three, comes up short there. And now the Pacers, you know what? They can get this closer to 10 points going into the half. They'd feel good about themselves. Siakam drives, kicks, almost throws it to the half-court line, but Nembhard saves it. Siakam gets it back, kicks downhill, and lays it up and in. So this is a now, 7-0 run over the last 2 minutes after the timeout, and we got a 16-point game. SGA drives, kicks. Jalen Williams wide open three. No good there. Here comes Indiana. Siakam in transition, driving, kicking. Nesmith corner three. Good! And just like that, a 10-0 run for Indiana gets this back to a 13-point game.
That's what the Indiana Pacers can do, man. They can score in bunches in a hurry.
And this game, I believe it's 52-39.
Oh, I thought it was 40.
Yeah, I believe it's 52-39. Yes, it is. Appreciate you, Mr. Tim. Says,
shout out Timothy.
$10 super chat says, thank you for your service, Rolly. Hey, I appreciate everybody hanging out with us. Coop, you want to quickly just hop on camera and I'll go grab myself a little beer ski? Because I did forget to actually bring them in the office. Not in the office, but in the studio. I'll be right back, folks.
Rolly will be right back. I'll hold it down during the timeout. Shout out Mr. Timothy. And shout out to the 900 people watching here on today's show. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up icon. We've got 900 people watching and 240 likes. I'll let y'all in on a secret. If we can get to 300 likes by the time Rolly gets back, we'll make him take a shot. I don't know how long it's going to take him, but we'll make Rolly take a shot if we can get to 300 likes. So let's do it. Let's make Rolly suffer tomorrow morning. We're at 250. We need 50 more. Let's go. Good run. Good run by Indiana to get themselves back in a game after a disaster of a start to the second quarter. Back in action. Here is Jalen Williams. He gets a screen from Holmgren. Now it's with Shai. Shai goes left, drives left, right to the rim. Right-hand layup is good as Shai Gilgeous-Alexander out of the timeout gets a much-needed bucket for OKC. Siakam will throw it up. It's no good. And the rebound to Shai. Rolly's back.
That's a big-time play out of the timeout by SGA. Caruso now in transition, left wing three. Bottoms! And just like that, the Thunder respond with a 5-0 run to get the lead back to 18. 8 points for Caruso. Now a turnover. SGA poked it loose. Thunder in transition. Caruso, another three. Corner. No. This one's rebounded by the Indiana Pacers, and now they are out and running. Under 2 minutes to go in the first half. 57-39. Siakam much more aggressive here over the last 2 or 3 minutes. Guarded by the smaller Cason Wallace, who has not gotten a lot of run in this first half. Siakam spins, stripped, and they're going to say he was in the act of shooting. So 2 free throws coming for the former champion with the Toronto Raptors in 2019. Shout out to you, Mr. Tim.
Our guy, Tim.
A little beers, cheers.
Don Nelson at the game. Siakam going to the line for a deuce.
Siakam, you know what? He is Giannis Antetokounmpo-esque in terms of how long he takes to get a free throw up. He misses the first. Darren Brown says, is this your full-time job? In fact, it is. I host here at Chat Sports. That is my full-time job. I host the Dolphins Today in the NFL world for the Miami Dolphins. I host the Heat Report for the Miami Heat in the NBA. Coop is would you consider yourself a hybrid at this point? Yeah?
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah. He hosts our Mavericks Today channel, among sometimes some videos for this channel, and he also helps produce Steelers Talk as well with Jack Sperry. He's an extraordinaire. Jalen Williams gets downhill to his left hand. Look at that quick acceleration. Impressive work there by the wing from Santa Clara. Thunder lead back up to 19. So the Pacers could have gotten it back to 10, but a really good run here by the Thunder after that timeout gets them back in action. Nesmith three-pointer, no good. Under a minute to go. Pacers could be trailing by 20 again. Oh, my Lord, what a pretty move by SGA, but he could not get the 8-foot jumper to go. Rebounded by Siakam. Caruso defending here. Siakam in trouble. Can't find anyone to get it to. Now finds a back-cutting Nesmith, who's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander on the weak side. The MVP gave him a little look, too, I think. Now Caruso on Siakam. 3 on the shot clock. Step back 3. Comes up short. But Caruso didn't box out, and Siakam's got the long rebound. 20 seconds to go. 19-point game.
He had Toppin wide open.
Jalen Williams guarding Haliburton. Step back, right wing 3. No good. Ball loose. Siakam picks it up. And the Pacers will have last shot of the quarter with 5 seconds to go. Nembhard drives inside. Fouled. And the Pacers are in the bonus. They will be getting 2 free throws with 4.1 seconds to go, trailing by 19. So best case scenario, Coop, Pacers trail by 17.
Yep.
I think you take that after being down 23 4 minutes ago.
Yep. You came out of the timeout after you're down 23 and you cut into the lead a little bit.
You're not happy you got it down to 13 and then a balloon back up to this mark, but I think when you saw yourself down by 20 plus, you didn't want to get there again.
And it feels like they're not shooting well from the stripe.
No, they're not. Nembhard went 1 of 2 earlier when he was at the line. He just missed the first one here, so he's 1 of 3 from the line, I believe. Did I miss a free throw earlier? No, yeah, he's 1 of 3. Remember, 4.1 seconds to go in this half. Nembhard makes the second, so it's an 18-point game. Oh, whoa. The Thunder turn it over. Nembhard at the buzzer. Air ball, but that just sent a dagger into my prize picks.
Yeah, that was it.
He needs to not attempt a 3 for the rest of the game for me to have a chance, Coop. For the rest of the game.
I think you're in trouble.
Think I'm in trouble, too.
I'm going to run real quick.
Coop's going to run to the bathroom. We'll hold it down here in the meantime. At the half, Thunder looking to even this series up at 1 apiece before Game 3 on Wednesday in Indiana. They lead 59-41. I know we saw a shocking and stunning comeback in Game 1. I do not believe we will be seeing one today. I actually was willing to make the statement, and I made the statement, that the Thunder, my prediction was they won this series in 5. I said before this game, they still win the series in 5 and go with the backdoor sweep, or a gentleman's sweep, they call it. I think that's still going to happen. Call me crazy. Call me crazy. All right, what do y'all think of that first half? I'm changing the live poll of who you got at halftime. Check the live poll. You know what, guys? Coop's gone to the bathroom. We got 266 likes. If we get to 300 likes before Coop comes back, I'm making him take a shot. We need 34 likes. Make Coop take a shot. Come on. Hit that thumbs up icon. Live here for free on YouTube. We're going to be live here for the second half. What's that? Oh, Coop did the same thing. Coop's on his way back. Guys, 31 likes. If everybody's hit the like button right now, Coop's taking a shot. We got about 10 seconds. Hit that like button. 28 away. You got 5 seconds. 22 away.
You have to take one too.
I do. Why?
Because I said you left.
What?
I said when you left, if we get to 300 likes, you have to take a shot.
That was when I was gone.
Yeah.
I'm here.
It stands.
19 likes. Can we get there? Coop is sitting down in his chair right now. He's not officially back until he's on screen. 17 likes. Hit that thumbs up icon. Let's get to 300. Come on. Come on. I want Coop to take a shot. Come on. 16 likes. Another one. Then we'll read off some first half stats. 14 away. I don't know what Coop's doing. He's fumbling around back there. He's not on screen. We're getting extra time. Come on. 13 away.
You know what? I'll take one regardless.
Oh.
You got to pour me up, though.
We
have to get to 300 first.
All right. We'll both take a shot and we get to 300 likes. We're at 288.
I got so sunburnt on Friday.
Yeah, I noticed today, like, you didn't look that red on Saturday or yesterday when we went to the casino, but I noticed when I saw you first thing today, I was like, oh, he's red.
It was on Friday that I got sunburnt.
Interesting.
But my, chest actually hurts.
Oh, that bad.
Yeah,
that's bad
I'm
when
a lobster.
it's all over the body.
Yeah.
That's not a good spot to be in.
We need 9 likes.
Yeah, when we get 9 more likes, we're going to take a shot tequila. In the meantime, I'll read off some first half stats here. Leading scorer in the ball game is no one other than Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who has just put together a really all-around game, Coop. In 19 first half minutes, he's got 15 points, 4 assists. He only had 3 assists in game 1, so he's already topped his game 1 number. 4 assists, he's got 3 rebounds, but to go alongside that, Coop, he's got 2 steals and a block. So he has been very active on the defensive end. And that's one thing. So here's something that we have heard in the SGA debates about, when you rank players in terms of who's the best players in the NBA. I think SGA, without a question, is in the top 3. Coop will disagree with me. But I think he's number 2 behind Jokic. I think Giannis is number 3. Coop thinks Luka Doncic is better than SGA.
He is.
But the reason, and no, he's not. But the reason why I give the edge to SGA is because he's better defensively. And that's not me saying Luka's horrible defensively. I don't think he's good, but I don't think he's atrocious like some other people in the NBA. But the thing that people always say is SGA is a good defender. And then people will point out he doesn't guard anyone. But it's because he's got so much on his plate offensively to where they kind of say all right, take a little bit off defensively. But he is as good as it gets off the ball.
He's a good help defender.
He averages about 2 steals a game. He already has that here in the first half. He's got a block to go alongside with it. He's active off the ball. He is a really good off the ball defender.
He's played a complete game tonight for sure, and it's exactly what OKC needed because it felt like he was pretty heliocentric in game 1. He took 30 shots, ended up on 38 points, and he's taken 11 shots so far, so he's still going to end up with somewhere around 20 field goals. But he's affecting the game on as far as getting his teammates involved and on the defensive end as well. Only has 2 turnovers so far to the 4 assists, so the 2-to-1 turnover to assist ratio is good. He's having a really good game so far.
I'll say this as well, Coop. SGA's got the best
there.
numbers. Cheers to you, my friend. Thank you for the 300 likes. The story in this game, though, Coop, just simply has to be the rebounding performance, and I don't mean that literally, from Chet Holmgren.
Yes.
Chet Holmgren in game 1 had 6 points, 6 rebounds on 2 of 9 shooting. In the first half alone, Holmgren has almost doubled his point total, 11 points. He already has 67% of his rebounds. He has 4 boards in the first half, and he's 5 of 8 from the field. So Chet being a lot more engaged on the offensive end as well as the defensive end has really put the constraints on this Pacers offense, who has scored just 20 points and 21 points in the first 2 respective quarters. They've been phenomenal. The third guy in this young quartet, if you will, is Jalen Williams. He's got 9 points on 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 of 7 shooting. All 9 points, by the way, came in that second quarter. He was scoreless on 0 of 1 shooting after 1 period. So 3 of 6 in that second quarter. And then off the bench, Caruso doing it again, 8 points. But so is Aaron Wiggins, who had just 3 points in game 1, had 8 points in this first half. He is a team high, game high, plus 17. Aaron Wiggins, excuse me.
He's had a really good game, and he was non-existent in game 1. He's made an impact, and apparently the savior of basketball.
That's right. That's what his nickname is. For the Pacers, leading scorers, tied at 9, Andrew Nembhard. He's got 9 points. Pascal Siakam has 9 points. Nembhard is actually the Pacers' technical worst player, minus 15. Although he is their leading scorer, he has 2 assists. He's got 3 rebounds and 3 steals as well.
That's why plus minus is an overrated stat.
Yeah, I don't believe that much in it. Yes, it's an indicative stat in terms of how the game is going when you're on the court, but there's a lot of added factors in it that don't tell the whole story. Siakam's got 9 points. Nesmith's got 5 points. Turner's got 4. Haliburton only has 3 points on 1 of 5 shooting. And this is a number that is going to keep your mind. You talked about SGA's assist-to-turnover ratio, Coop. Haliburton, 3 assists, 2 turnovers.
Hallie, he turned it over a lot in the first half in game 1 as well. Like, I don't know what's quite going on with them, but they're going to need more from him, especially as far as distributing goes, in order for them to do anything in this series. If Haliburton continues on this track, it will be over in 5 games.
I agree. I don't know how this tweet just popped up on my timeline, Coop, but I have a Nets fan that just tweeted out Cam Thomas equals SGA. Respect Beekman, the UDFA from Virginia guard, is Kaysen Wallace. Keon Johnson is Lou Dort. Cam Johnson is Jalen Williams. Nick Claxton is Chet Holmgren. And Day'Ron Sharp is Hartenstein. Don't be surprised when the Nets take the Thunder leap next year.
Wow.
Whatever drug he's got, I'd like.
The copium there is off the charts.
By the way, apparently, remember that logo 3 that Haliburton hit in the first quarter? Apparently, Mike Breen said bang for that.
The one that he missed?
No, that he made.
I don't remember that.
Like the 1-3 that he made, he hit. I think he said bang. A first quarter bang is crazy after getting criticized for not saying bang on the Haliburton 2-point jumper.
He said he reserves it for threes.
Yeah, but like Twitter let him have it. So people are saying that NBA Twitter runs the league because not only did they force him to say bang in the first quarter, they forced some type of something on the basketball court, even though it's not real. And then they forced the change of the finals on the court from the trophy to the script. And then someone quote tweeted that says Twitter NBA runs this league, and someone said Doris Burke will say Haliban by game 4.
No way.
That is actually the best bit going on right now.
Haliban?
Oh, without a question.
I don't think Doris Burke will say that. She's already on the verge of being fired.
By the way, Gabe Davis visiting the Saints tomorrow.
Yeah, I saw that.
How many teams is he going to visit?
He's visited the Steelers, the Giants,
49ers,
now the Saints.
It's a lot of visits.
Yeah. My guess is that meniscus is not good.
Yeah.
Get Red Hour back off my screen.
Oh, that's good stuff.
I just hate the Celtics, man.
Yeah, I'm with you. Coop, in the spirit of halftime here, let's see how long we have left in halftime. Let's scroll back. Hold on, I can figure it out. The first time halftime went on the screen was 10 minutes to go, so we got about 4.5 minutes until the second half gets underway. In the spirit of talking about the game and overall, Coop, if there was a team in the NBA that you think could take not a Thunder-esque leap, because if you remember, this Thunder core very interesting, right? They trade for SGA. They draft Jalen Williams. They draft Chet Holmgren. As a rookie, Chet Holmgren missed the entire season.
Yep.
Jalen Williams, same draft class, ultimately plays and is awesome for them. They are in the NBA play-in. They beat the Pelicans on the road, and then they lose to the Timberwolves in that second play-in game.
Yep.
But then the next year, Chet Holmgren's first year, this is last season, Jalen Williams, year 2 leap. SGA leap into the 30-point per game club. They are the number 1 team in the West, but they lose in the conference semifinals. And then year 3 with that core, here we are in the finals. Quick little sidebar here before we get the second half started. What team do you think around the league could be on this trajectory? And I'm not talking from play-in to
Finals.
best in their conference, but in the next 2 or 3 years, that young core with a couple nice additions, with a veteran, whether it's a Caruso, it's a Hartenstein, could take that step from mediocrity to top of their conference.
I have a couple teams in mind. I like the Spurs.
It's hard not to say them. We haven't seen Wemby and Fox play together yet. They still got Vassell. They still got some other pieces. Stephon Castle, obviously, likely going to be Dylan Harper as well.
I like the Spurs. In the East, I like the Orlando Magic.
Yeah, now could you consider them one of those teams after they were already a 4-5 seed?
Maybe not.
Because the Thunder went from 10 seed in the play-in
to 1
seed the following year. So it's
I don't know if that team's out there, but if there is, I would say the Spurs are that team.
Yeah, like, is there a team that can go from bottom of their conference, like in the bottom 5, let's see, so like 10 through 15, and make that
Charlotte.
jump? Let's just say top. You don't have to be number 1. Just say top 3 or 4 in their respective conference.
Yeah, if I had to pick one, it would be the Spurs with Devin Vassell, Wemby, De'Aaron Fox, whoever they're going to get at number 2, and they have 2 lottery picks this year as well.
At 14,
they have 2 and 14, so they definitely have a chance to build something special there. It'll be interesting to see what they do in their first year without Pop as well. I know that the guy they hired's been on the staff forever, so they don't really miss anything as far as the continuity goes there. Yeah, if I had to pick one, I'd say the San Antonio Spurs. The Rockets kind of fall into the same thing as the Orlando thing where they were already good this year. And
I actually think the Rockets could be labeled as already in there because last year they were the 11 seed, I believe. And then they go from 11 seed. Now, I will say that 11 seed, they were still like a 500 basketball team.
Yeah, they were decent.
Like, they weren't bad. But they went from 11 seed to 2 seed.
Yep.
So maybe next year the Rockets, another year of continuity. Amen Thompson step forward. They make a veteran addition, and maybe they're now the number 1 team. Well, at least number 1 or number 2, and competing with the Thunder. So I think the Rockets could be in the middle of that Thunder type 3-year leap.
Yeah.
But you talk about a team that could start to get into it now. You said no Charlotte. I actually would label both Charlotte and Washington as teams in the East that could start to see that underway. Now, I will add a caveat to this. They both would have to absolutely nail this year's first-round pick.
They have to.
But the groundwork is there for each team. Charlotte with LaMelo Ball, if he's able to stay healthy. People forget, he doesn't play basketball. He's played less games over the last 4 years than Zion Williamson. But if you go back 5 years to the 21 season, they were 43-39, just missed the playoffs.
Actually, don't remember that.
LaMelo played, I believe, 70 games and had them as a winning team. So that is certainly a team that if he's able to play 65-plus games, Brandon Miller's finally able to stay healthy. You keep around Mark Williams at that center spot. You have Miles Bridges at the 4, and if they nail that pick at number 4, with either a VJ Edgecombe or Trey Johnson, if they want to go that route, and he is an impact top rookie, I think they could be on that 3-year trajectory. But I think Washington could too as well if they nailed their pick at 6.
I think Washington has to move Sarr to the 4, though.
which I don't think is a crazy thing to say. If they draft, say, Malawach at 6,
Yeah.
there is a world where you get if Jordan Poole plays better basketball, Bob Carrington, Bilal Coulibaly is that wing, Sarr at the 4, Malawach at the 5, maybe Keyshawn George off the bench at 6. Like,
I think I would take the Wizards to make a leap over the Charlotte Hornets. I just don't trust. The Hornets are just a joke of a franchise all the way around.
I just believe in Brandon Miller, so I think that
you are a 41 guy.
I think I could believe in Brandon Miller. So if Miller gets, if LaMelo plays 65 plus games, they nail that third pick or fourth pick. I keep on saying third. And it's a seamless fit with Miller, that fourth pick, in LaMelo Ball, with Mark Williams still manning the front court. I think they could be on a very nice 2 or 3 year trajectory here. But that's enough of that. We're back in action here in the second half. 18-point Thunder lead. Same starting lineups for each squad here. And we've got an immediate 3-second violation. Foul on Cason Wallace. What'd they call here?
Could it have been a foul on Dort?
It was Cason Wallace defending.
Off ball.
Ooh, maybe. It is, oh my God, it was a Lou Dort off-ball foul.
That's what I thought it was.
That's unbelievable.
So that's 3.
That's 3 on Lou Dort, but I need Nembhard not to shoot another 3 the rest of the game. Miles Turner driving, hook shot, no, foul, late call on Holmgren. So Miles Turner, who's been pretty much a non-factor in this series, Coop, even in that game one win, not very impactful, and he's been a no-show in this game to this point.
Yeah, they need more from him. I mean, he averaged 2 blocks a game and almost 15 points a night during the regular season. He just hasn't really given that to them. And maybe he's being defended well by both Holmgren and Hartenstein, but they need him to be more productive. He hit the huge shot in game 1, the bank 3, but that's basically been his entire contribution.
He had 15 points in game 1, but was it one of the quietest 15 points? I think so.
He almost airballed a free throw there, too.
Missed the second, rebounded by Oklahoma City, so they have it now. Ooh, Lou Dort. Had Siakam on skates there for a second. Now they'll get it to Jalen Williams. He's working on Nesmith. Pick and pop with Holmgren. I think he traveled with it. They don't call it. Holmgren driving, spinning on Turner. Can't get the lefty layup to go. Yeah, that was great defense from Turner. So early impact from Miles. He'll try his hand at the top of the key 3. Comes up short there. Rebound Jalen Williams, but SGA gets whistled for an off-ball foul on the rebound.
Are we about to have a ref show third quarter?
Had some early whistles here, Coop.
A few of them.
Haliburton gets it off the inbound. Jalen Williams is defending. Oh!
No.
Hard screen by Turner. No whistle. He gets it off the little slip, and he puts it up and in. So a little 4-0 run here. It's 59-44. Excuse me, 3-0 run. SGA gets downhill, kicks to the corner. Jalen Williams 3. Answers the call. Gilgeous-Alexander, hey, if your point guard can get 2 feet in the paint, it's always going to mean something good for your offense. Miles Turner face up in the mid post against Holmgren, spins up and under, fouled, and he'll go to the line. Put Holmgren in the blender on that one.
Turner with the nice little post move. I didn't know he had a face-up game like that.
Perfect footwork there by Miles Turner. No, I will say, I think he could have just went up and hit the lefty layup.
Yeah, he probably could have, but I guess he wanted to draw the foul and try to get the N1.
When he spun back, I think if he just went quick with the left hand, he had an easy layup, but he ended up drawing the foul. Made the free throw here, so he's 2 for 3 at the charity stripe today. He shot about, 67% from the line against the Knicks, so notoriously a good free throw shooter, but struggled in the Eastern Conference Finals. Miles Turner, second free throw good, so 3 free throws here early for Miles. He's actually got all 5 points in this third quarter so far. 16-point Thunder lead. We're starting to see a lot more physicality, Coop, here in the second half. Tyrese Haliburton has been whistled for an off-ball foul. That is now 2 off-ball fouls. And this has got to be a mistake by ESPN, right? There's no way the Pacers are already in the bonus.
No, they're not.
There's been 3 fouls on OKC, but that's not enough to get in the bonus. They double SGA, dropped off the Casey Wallace, little 6-foot floater from the dot line, good. They stayed in their bonus. I thought it had to be the 5th foul got him in the bonus. I thought there's only been 3.
Yeah, you 5 team fouls, you're in the bonus.
I think ESPN's making a mistake here. Myles Turner, Euro stepping down the lane, can't get it to go. Good defense by Holmgren. Outlet to SGA. He slows it down now, works on Nesmith. Step back, free throw line jumper. Oh, pretty. Put it on TikTok. That's as Mark Jonesism as you could possibly get.
That's unbelievable.
You know, when I said that, I was thinking of Mark Jones the entire time.
I believe it. That's good stuff.
See, that's why it's funny. I think we give TV level broadcasts.
No doubt.
But we can't be serious enough to take it seriously.
Absolutely. Oh, Myles Turner.
Get high, young fella. Trey ball for Myles Turner. He's got 8 points. He's got all 8 points in the third quarter for the Pacers. The longest tenured Indiana Pacer making things happen here in the third quarter. 12 on the game for Myles. And it looks like they're going to go early switch, either Hartenstein and Holmgren or Hartenstein in for Holmgren 3 minutes into the third. SGA up and under, fouled on the baseline by Nembhard, and Gilgeous-Alexander will be going to the charity
We've
strike.
got a ref show.
A lot of fouls have been whistled early in this quarter. SGA, this will only be his 4th and 5th free throw attempts of the game. Coop, only 4 in the first, or excuse me, only 3 in the first half. Thoughts, comments, concerns?
Concerned for my prize picks.
You took the more than again?
Yep.
SGA makes the first, so 3 or 4 at the line. He has to make 10 or shoot 10?
Shoot 10.
Oh, that's not bad.
So we're at 5 now?
Yeah, after this free throw.
Rick has the best facial expression.
SGA makes the second, so he's now 4 or 5 at the line. Lead for OKC's back at 19. That's what it was at halftime. The Pacers are 7-11 from the line. OKC 8-10, so can't really use any free throw excuse today, at least to this point. Haliburton pick and roll with Myles Turner. Great hands once again from SGA off the ball. Tips it out of bounds. He's been so active defensively. Nesmith in the corner, thought about a 3. Lou Dort tracking him. Nesmith drives. Lou Dort pulls the chair. He's able to get to the corner, though. Siakam 3, no. Tipped around, rebounded by Wallace. Casey Wallace, out of the cannon, gets stonewalled by Nembhard. Throws it to Jalen Williams. He has it slip through his hands, but he gets it back to SGA, and he'll slow it down with 11 on the shot clock. Working on Nembhard. Sees 2 bodies. Swings it to Williams. 26-foot 3 on the right wing. No good there. The Pacers are shade a second body towards SGA. He just will make the right read and swing it. Siakam inside. Euro step. No. Rebounded by Siakam. Fouled on the putback attempt, and he'll go to the line. Foul, I think, will be called on Jalen Williams. That is Jalen's 2nd foul of the game. I'm really happy that the Thunder do not play the other Jalen Williams in this series.
Arkansas Williams?
Because it's hard to say 2 Williams in a row.
The way my dad does it is he says Arkansas Williams and Santa Clara Williams.
Really?
Yeah.
And now they do call the Arkansas Jalen Williams J. Will, and they call the Santa Clara one J. Dub. So you could go that way if people know that, but
I believe Indiana is in the bonus now, by the way.
They are now in the bonus because that was 4 fouls. So the 5th foul is they're in the bonus. Siakam makes both free throws.
Siakam's got 11 on just 3 of 10.
17-point game. SGA hounded by Nembhard. Nembhard has 3 steals in this game. SGA step back 3, no good there. One thing about SGA, Coop, he can get that shot anytime he wants.
Whenever he
because
wants it.
Players are just expecting him to drive downhill and get to the mid-range. So if he ever wants to switch it up and shoot a 3, he can. Miles Turner, just misses the right hook turnaround after a really good feed from Haliburton. Offensive rebound, Pacers, Nesmith 3, bottoms! And he cuts the lead to 14, which forces an Oklahoma City Thunder timeout with 7.5 to go in the third quarter.
Do we have a ball game?
We'll see. Long way to go. That was, by the way, Nesmith's 5th 3-point attempt. So one more gets the more than there. I think that's a good time to tell the people about Prize Picks.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because I just told you about one of my Prize Picks entries, one of my player totals, and I got to be honest, it looks good for the most part. Besides one, it's going to be a sweat fest. But get started with Prize Picks today, the daily fantasy sports app and platform I play daily. You can combine basketball, baseball, hockey while it's still here, golf, esports, and more. I'm going to get on the golf with the U.S. Open coming up this weekend. I absolutely guarantee that. But with the basketball finals crowning a first-time champ for the first time in more than 50 years, don't miss out on the chance to add points, rebounds, assists, 3-pointers made, fouls to your lineup to make 2,000 times your cash today, potentially. They offer weekly promotions like Taco Tuesday, which could lead to big payouts. Each Tuesday, Prize Picks discounts select player projections up to 25% to provide even more value for your lineups. I have a 4-player entry here. I'll give a quick little update. More than Chet Holmgren, 14.5 points. I need Chet to have 4 more points. He's got 11. I need Lou Dort to foul 1 more time. I have more than 3 personal fouls. He has 3. I have Aaron Nesmith more than 5.5 3-pointers attempted. He already has 5, so 1 more there. The one that is a little bit dicey, I have the less than on Andrew Nembhard, 4 3-pointers attempted. He's already got 4, so I need him to not shoot another for the rest of the game.
If you flex played it.
Yeah, if I flex played it, I still could have doubled my money. I did not. But I love Prize Picks. So join me and download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That is code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game.
Yeah, I have the more on Nesmith, 3-pointers attempted. I took the more on Lou Dort, personal fouls. And then I took the more on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 9.5 free throws attempted.
Yeah. 68-54.
Get the line 3 more times, Shai.
Yeah. Almost halfway through this third quarter. Who you got? OKC for the Thunder, IND for the Pacers. Which squad are you rocking with today?
Ty Man says Indiana. Chris Admiral says OKC. Maya's World says F the Pacers. Why so aggressive, Maya's World? Way says OKC. David.
I feel like the temperature just got cranked up in this goddamn building. I was doing fine.
No, it's been the same.
And then, no, because now I'm sweating.
I think you're just worked up about the game.
Maybe.
Same temp.
What?
Same temp.
Same temp? All right, if you say so, cool. You always keep me on my toes. Keep me in line. They're playing espresso over this right now.
Are they? I can't hear it.
That's what they had in the bottom left corner. So they're playing espresso. Got over 900 people watching. We're on track to have a better watch party tonight, Coop. More consistent viewership, higher, and we're already 20,000 viewers away from topping game 1.
Let's go.
I imagine we'll get there, as long as it's not a blowout. Out of the timeout, they get Jalen Williams moving downhill. He's bumped and fouled by Nesmith. So really good set there by Daignault to get one of his best players moving towards the basket, and he's going to get 2 free throws out of it. Coop, I know Kenny Atkinson probably deserved Coach of the Year. Are you shocked that the best team in the NBA, 68 wins, head coach wasn't even a finalist?
No, because I think did he win it last year?
He did.
And that's why I'll say I'm not surprised. You rarely see coaches win back-to-back player of the years.
Yeah,
coach of the
as
year,
it was
excuse me.
Atkinson taking the Cavs all the way to do a 64-win season. Bickerstaff was there for the Pistons turnaround. I'm spacing on who the third finalist was.
I can't remember.
But it was I pretty confident it was not Daignault. Jalen Williams splits the pair, so 69, very nice, to 54. Neesmith pick and pop with Turner, dives it inside to a Nembhard waiting for it underneath the basket. 69-56. The Thunder got it to 23 points midway through the second. The Pacers were able to get it back to 13. It's never been closer than that. And the Thunder answer with a nice little set there to get a Caruso layup on side. And then Hardenstein steals it away from Siakam. What a play by the big man. OKC in transition. They'll slow it down and get a more controlled offensive look. They double SGA. It's swung to the corner. Caruso wide open. 5 straight for Caruso off the bench. And the lead is right back to 18, Coop. They can hit you fast and in a hurry.
Absolutely. That's what they're best at.
Haliburton's been extremely quiet. I believe he only has 3 points today. He dimes it to Turner. Mid-range shot good for Turner, who now has 10 points in the quarter alone.
Miles is keeping them afloat.
Yeah. Jalen Williams almost turns it over. SGA saves it. Jalen Williams, when he gets into a crowd, is just scatterbrained when he dribbles. That's the only way I can describe it. SGA pull-up midi, buries it again. Boy, does he got that thing locked and loaded today, Coop.
He's unbelievable, man.
Miles Turner thought about a 3, doesn't take it. Back to Haliburton, swings it to Siakam. Siakam bumped and fouled by Caruso. That will be 2 free throws for Siakam.
The man out of New Mexico State.
That would be correct. An Aggie. Poof. Silky smooth. The string music on that one is pretty. But with him just getting to wherever he wants on the floor, Coop, it's putting the Pacers in a tough spot because they're forced to double SGA, because if they don't double him, he can just get to any spot within 15 feet of the basket he wants. So they're doubling him to force the ball out of his hands. And the Thunder are just such a well-rounded good team to where they know where to go with the basketball. They trust everybody to make a shot almost anywhere on the court, and they're just getting good looks every time. It puts you in a real nightmare situation in how you defend them.
It is a defense's worst nightmare when you have someone like SGA who can get to his spot literally whenever he wants to. It just puts so much stress on the defense, and like you said, they're going to come over and help every time, and someone will be open. It's just a matter of whether they knock down the shot or not.
Siakam goes 2-2, and that's the difference between SGA and Anthony Edwards. A lot of people wanted to put those two in the same category. Ant transformed his game to shots at the rim and three-pointers. I mean, he led the NBA in threes this year. But as we saw in that series, just one series ago, when he couldn't get to his spot in the mid-range, the offense for him and the team just couldn't function. What is functioning is the Thunder offense, as Jalen Williams just buried a triple off of a dime from SGA. So the lead is back to 19. But on the other end, Aaron Wiggins commits a foul as Siakam, I believe, was spinning inside. Excuse me, that was an Aaron Wiggins 3. He's now got 11 off of the bench. Savior of basketball.
So they say.
Caruso whistled for the reach-in, clearly got forearm there, so Pascal heads right back to the line.
The man who saved basketball, Aaron Wiggins.
I don't know how the Thunder fans came up with that nickname, but I personally actually enjoy
I love it.
I love when role players get ridiculously, important nicknames.
Such as?
The savior of basketball. Struggling to find a second one, but I know there's more out there. Siakam makes both free throws. So that's 4 straight free throws made by Pascal. 5 minutes to go in this opening quarter. 79-62. The Pacers have shot 10 free throws this quarter alone, Jeffrey Cooperstein.
Yes, they have. We need Shai to get to the line.
SGA doubled, swings it to Aaron Wiggins, who turns it over, trying to fit in a pass to Jalen Williams. Haliburton picks up the loose ball. He's working quickly up the floor of the court, but great transition defense forces a reversal to Nembhard. Nembhard drives, kicks, tipped out of bounds. Good help defense there by Caruso and company. And it will be side out for Indiana with 12 on the shot clock. David Decker loves Aaron Wiggins. I love David Decker. Haliburton, curling three. Oh boy, way off. And it goes out of bounds. Oh, they originally say it's OKC ball. I think they are going to switch it to now Indiana ball. Zach Zarba makes the change. That's Zarba, right?
It is.
Yeah. Yeah, clearly off Jalen Williams.
Good call by the refs to confer and correct it.
When's the Scott Foster game?
Ooh, he will be there in game 3 or 4.
Game 3 or 4. Could they be saving him for game 5 if one team went up 3-1?
They could.
Master at his craft. Haliburton driving downhill out to Obi Toppin. Corner 3 for him, too strong, and it's rebounded by Caruso.
The Scott Foster edits are so funny.
Oh, they're just the best.
So funny.
SGA getting downhill, absorbs a bump on the lower body, doesn't get a whistle. And now the Pacers out and running. Ben Shepherd thought about a 3, ultimately slows it down, works it around the Nembhard. Nembhard gets downhill on Caruso, Euro step, back out to Haliburton. Haliburton running floater on the baseline. Good. That's only the second bucket for Tyrese Haliburton. He's got 5 on the night. It's a 15-point game. Haliburton's 2 of 7 from the field. He has not gotten any looks. And how about this, Coop? The Pacers, I think, are going zone. And the Thunder did not look rattled by it on that possession. Jalen Williams immediately splits the top 2, which is the biggest no-no in zone basketball history, and then gets a foul. If there's one thing you are taught as a youth basketball player when running a zone, is that you cannot let the ball handler split the top 2.
Because then you are screwed.
Because then it's essentially 5 on 3 after that. And that's what happened here, which is why there was a foul, and Jalen Williams is at the line. Williams made the first free throw, 80-64, 3:50 to go in this third quarter. Basically have 1,000 people watching. Appreciate everybody tuning in. If you have not subscribed already, hit that sub button. We're trying to get to 410K subs today. If you are subscribed, spam me. I want to give some shout-outs during the game. Williams makes both free throws, so it's 81-64. Haliburton looking to get going a little bit here. Gets a screen from Toppin. Euro steps aside. SGA strips him. It's 1-on-1. SGA beats Toppin to the rim, is fouled, and the MVP is going to go to the line for 2. We talked about the off-ball defense from Gilgeous-Alexander in the first half where he had a block and 2 steals. He gets his 3rd steal of the game there, just reaching in, picking Haliburton clean, and then it was a race to the other end between him and Toppin had no choice but to grab him.
It's almost a clear path foul.
No, I don't think it would be called that. If that happened at half court, absolutely,
Yeah.
But after rim, can't be called. Alexander knocks down the first free throw, so I now believe he is 5 of 6 from the line. He had only 3 attempts in the first half. This will be his 3rd and 4th attempt of the second half.
Stripped that ball super clean from Haliburton.
3:30 to go in the opening quarter of this second half. The lead at halftime was 19. When we come back, SGA will be at the line to try to make it 19 once again. Let's give some shout-outs. If you're subscribed, type me. David Decker, type in me. D-Nice Royal, me. Caleb, me. You want to shout-out, subscribe, and type me in the chat. Appreciate all the real ones hanging in.
Shout out Xander Harlan. Wonder if he's related to Kevin.
And if you are, put a good word for me. I like Kevin.
Kevin's a great guy.
Shout out to Xander. Shout out to Karma Calf. Shout out to Babette. Type those me's if you want a shout out, folks.
Denied.
Who did that?
I just.
Oh. Oh, now that you
just
put
a
that.
force of habit.
Now that you put that in my head, next time we get a block at the rim.
Denied.
Denied. Do not go in there.
Shout out Ego Diz.
Shout out to the Birdman.
Ty Man, always typing, hanging out, killing the bots off.
I mean,
That's our guy.
Yeah, he's the man.
That's our guy.
Did we lag here? What's going on here, Coop?
It says perfect streaming on here, but
I guess that's all that matters. Mine's back on.
You're back
on YouTube. Yeah.
Okay, I am too.
Just saw a little bit small dip in the
Oh,
audience.
I got that too.
Just curious. It's happening again. Maybe the Wi-Fi is just a little poor here in the studio. No, we're back. Can I ask what's happening? Maybe I shouldn't ask. I don't want to get political here. What's going on in LA though?
In
LA.
What isn't going on there?
Well, I just hear there's riots. What are we rioting over? Did I miss something?
We'll talk later.
Okay. See, I will self-admit I'm not very good at that, folks. Yeah, Edgar says it's on fire. Yeah, I've seen videos. What's going on? Now I'm seeing Marines are on standby. What could the Marines be needed for over there? Oh, it has to do with that. Thank you, Edgar. Did something change?
No.
No.
They're getting a little more aggressive, though.
Oh, okay. A little bit harsher on the rules.
Yeah.
All right. Enough of talking about that. Let's get back to the Paycom Center. Tell you what, Coop. SGA's aura is off the charts today.
Oh, he has mad aura. I mean, with the sleeve.
The one leg sleeve with the one arm sleeve and them on opposite sides of his body, that's just sick. Coop, if you were a hooper, would you put a shooter sleeve on your shooting arm or your off arm?
Always off arm.
I would agree. But most people in the NBA do off arm.
Always off arm.
You know what I think I would do if I was in the league? I would have a forearm sleeve on my left arm. I think Nembhard does that. I like that look.
Shai has it on his shooting arm.
Yeah, I would put forearm sleeve on my off arm and then just like a Caruso type sleeve on both knees, where it's like span.
You go both knees?
I would go just past both knees.
Okay.
I like that look. I'm simple man. Neesmith 3, good, big 3 out of the timeout for Neesmith. That's his 6th attempt of the night. Cash one of our prize picks. Coop.
We need Lou Dort to foul.
We need 1 Lou Dort foul, 4 Chet Holmgren points, and then Nembhard to continue not shooting threes. He has not launched one here in the 3rd quarter, and I don't know if he'll be in this game until the 4th quarter. So.
And then Shai to get to the line 2 more times.
He needs to make all 4, though, right?
No, just
attempts. Oh, just need to shoot them. Well, does this one count, Coop?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Let's go.
OKC's in the bonus. Benedict Mathurin got a little too aggressive with his defense there, so Gilgeous-Alexander heading to the line for 2 more. He knocks down the first.
So he's at 9 now.
After this 8th or 9th?
Yeah.
This is his 6th free throw attempt of the quarter alone. He was 2 or 3 at half, and he's 6 of 6 in the second half. So 8 and 9 for the game. The leading scorer in the ball game as well. He's the only player with 20-plus points. 18-point Oklahoma City Thunder lead. Kenrich Williams in the game, playing small ball 4. Chet Holmgren in at the 5. Benedict Mathurin pick and roll with Thomas Bryant. Swings it to Neesmith. SGA's defending. Neesmith drives left. Cut off. Finds a gap to Toppin in the corner, who just throws up a wild 3. No good. Air ball. Rebounded by Wiggins. Thunder have numbers if they want it. Holmgren to Kenrich Williams. Blocked at the rim. Rejected. Do not go in there. Thomas Bryant. What a block! Oh no!
Goaltend!
Disavow! Oh, it's gonna stand as a block. Even though Thomas Bryant put his hand through the rim, it should have been a goaltend. Big miss there by the officials.
Come on, Benny, foul him.
SGA's turnaround mid-range on Mathurin. bottoms it. You can't guard me. 20-point game. Thunder crowd into it here, looking for the evening win. That's not a word. McConnell pull-up elbow jumper, good. You know what? This guy just has an answer for everything you throw at him. TJ McConnell.
Good guy.
I don't know if he's a good guy, but a good basketball player. Aaron Nesmith a little over-aggressive with his defense, fouling Caruso, and both teams are in the bonus. A lot of stoppages, a lot of fouls in this third quarter. So the headband is going to the line. Oh, he did. SGA, he literally did the too small on him, too. Caruso's free throw, good. Looks like Cason Wallace will check in here for the final 2 minutes of the period. He'll let Kenrich Williams have a seat. Yeah, I mean, that's a foul. It's a foul. Hooked his arm and put his hips into his hips. Can't do it. Can't do it. Caruso's second free throw attempt to get it to a 20-point game is good. 89-69. Under 2 to go. McConnell working in the mid-range, kicks it out to Nesmith. Right wing three is good. Nesmith's gotten hot here in this third quarter. I believe he now has 3 threes on the game. He's made his last 2. Caruso, pick and pop with Holmgren, gets it over to SGA now. Those two will play 2-man. Oh, SGA gets the switch with Thomas Bryant, just lines up a 3, no good. And rebounded by Indiana. Thought he settled there. When you have Thomas Bryant on you, SGA should be able to get to any spot on the floor. I don't think a 3 is what he should have tried to go for there. Nesmith, step back, nothing there. Drop off inside to Thomas Bryant, who's hooked by SGA. And now Thomas Bryant will go to the line for 2.
I can't believe Thomas Bryant's getting PT in the NBA Finals.
Got a little bit of a run in game 1, too. Nesmith, drafted 14th overall in 2019 out of the college in Nashville, Tennessee. He's a Vanderbilt Commodore. 1 pick behind Tyler Hero. Fun story there. It was very well known at the time. Danny Ainge, the GM at the time of Boston, would have taken Hero at 14. He was very clear that that's the player he liked the most. Ultimately drafted Nesmith, who was later then traded for Malcolm Brogdon.
The Mavs also wanted Nesmith.
Wanted who? Nesmith. And then Malcolm Brogdon, later then traded for Porzingis. So Aaron Nesmith certainly had a hand in winning the Celtics championship. 16-point game, SGA pick and pop. Oh, what a set! The big-to-big alley-oop. Hardenstein to Chet. Holmgren throws it down. Mathurin the other way, fouled. I mean, these fouls, it's getting ridiculous. Both ends of the floor, Coop. A lot of fouls. A lot of fouls.
We're already almost 2 hours into the game.
It's a way longer game. Sunday ratings.
Sunday ratings.
I mean, if you don't think that has anything to do with it, they're trying to milk this Sunday night game.
Because they couldn't put one on Saturday, apparently.
Yeah.
Mathurin makes the first.
Each team has shot 12-plus free throws in this third quarter, Cope. Silver made the call. Mathurin splits the pair, though. The Pacers continue to throw away a couple opportunities for free points. 17-point game. Remember, it was a 19-point lead at half. SGA's played this entire quarter. He has just dominated this game to this point. He rejects the screen from Holmgren. Oh, what a move! But he couldn't complete the clip. Offensive rebound, Hartenstein out to Holmgren. His 3, no. Rebound, Mathurin. He's running as fast as possible in transition. Stolen by Shai. What a pass by Hartenstein. It's tipped. It's still a 3-on-2 for the Thunder. A behind-the-back pass, but a block is called. Chaos in OKC is going to ultimately lead to Chet Holmgren free throws.
What are we witnessing at the Paycom Center?
I just witnessed 2 behind-the-back passes in a 10-second span. But that is the 4th steal of the game, I believe, Jeffrey Cooper's team.
Yes, it is.
For Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been unbelievably active. Holmgren makes the first free throw. That gives him 14 on the game. Holmgren, a bounce-back performance after a weak Game 1. He shot 2 of 9 and had 6 points and 6 boards in Game 1. He's got 14 points on 6 of 11 shooting, trying to get to 15 here right now with this free throw. 15.9 seconds remain in this quarter. SGA will take a seat on the bench for this defensive possession. They put Kenrich Williams in, and this is the all-defense group for the Thunder: Wallace, Caruso, Williams, Dort, and Holmgren. Holmgren makes the second free throw, giving him 15 on the night. 19-point game. This is what it was at half, so we've had an even third quarter. Nesmith, corner 3, blocked by Wallace. Wow, the recovery time by Cason Wallace. I mean, that was just impressive on all levels, Coop.
Rejected. Great block by Cason Wallace.
5 seconds left in the quarter. Haliburton to inbound. Gets it to Thomas Bryant. Bryant hands off to Nesmith. 3, 2, Nesmith running floater. Doesn't go, and that's how we end quarter number 3 in Game 2 of the 2025 NBA Finals. The Thunder are 12 minutes away from winning Game 2 and evening this series up at 1 apiece. It's fourth quarter time. Spam those fours.
Let's go. Spam those 4s in the chat.
Coop, quick, get rid of that second T if you could.
No doubt about it.
You want to shout out spam those 4s just like Ty Man the Buckeye is right now. Spam those 4s. Spam those 4s. Spam those 4s. Xander spamming those 4s. My lineup, Coop, today, we are in the green with Chet and Nesmith. We are at the line of Nembhard and Dort.
I know. I need Dort.
One more Dort free throw and Nembhard not to attempt the 3.
I need one more Shai free throw and one more Dort foul.
Okay. 19-point
Who
game.
knows if Shai plays in this quarter?
That second unit of OKC would have to extend this to 25, and I still think SGA would come in.
Shout out Mr. Timothy, David Decker, Xander, Ty Man. All typing there for us. We got 900 people in the building right now.
Oh,
This is where Indiana has been so unbelievable all postseason long. In this position.
And I'll say this, Coop, as we enter quarter number 4, because if you remember, the Thunder led by, I think, 10 or 12 going into the fourth quarter last time. They got the lead to 15 with 6 minutes to go, and then all hell broke loose. If the Pacers are able to get it to single digits at any point in this quarter,
oh boy,
do the Thunder start to have a little bit of a relapse?
I think they start to doubt.
I think you have to at that point. You're like, is this happening again?
I think they'll start to doubt.
I mean, I've just been so impressed by the defense of the Thunder today. 20 points, 21 points, gave up 33 in that quarter. So a little bit of a better quarter there offensively. But, I mean, your leading player, your MVP, your highest paid guy, doing on both ends, Coop. 27 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds on 9 of 18 shooting. So very efficient tonight. And only 2 turnovers, so a 3.5 assist turnover ratio, and also has 5 stocks, 4 steals and a block.
He's been fantastic tonight, man. He's having a great game, much better than he played in Game 1, in my opinion. He's really been in control of everything. He's getting to his spots. This is a vintage Shai Gilgeous-Alexander game.
Yeah, and with that defense that he's displaying here in this one, Coop, what are your thoughts on this being the best finals performance from the two players we debate about a lot?
I don't know if it is, to be honest.
Oh yeah, no.
I mean, just go look at some of the numbers Luka put up.
But numbers and losses.
Look at the numbers in the win. After tonight, they'll have the same amount of finals wins.
Coop, you won't give it up.
And Luka was hurt.
Oh my God.
He was.
Everybody's hurt this time of year, Coop.
Not that hurt.
Fourth quarter underway. Thunder starting with the ball and up 19. Isaiah Hartenstein swings it over to Aaron Wiggins, who we've donned the savior of basketball tonight. He gets it back to Hartenstein, who lays it back up and in, and the Thunder quickly get their lead to 21. Really good feed there by Wiggins in traffic. Thunder could put him away here with an early punch in quarter number 4, Cope.
They absolutely could, and there's a travel on Tyrese Haliburton.
I mean, Haliburton has been absolutely atrocious.
Where's he been?
If we're going to be honest, Haliburton has not been good in this entire final so far. He just happened to hit a really, really, really tough, important shot in Game 1. Like, Coop, if he misses that shot and say the Game 2 plays out how it does, which it would obviously be different, but say it played out this way and the Haliburton missed that Game 1 shot, we'd be talking about how little he has shown up in this series so far. Wiggins drives downhill, stripped by Ben Shepherd. Did not go off Wiggins' foot? I thought it did, but there's 1 second on the shot clock regardless. One second, so got to get something off here quick. Caruso finds Wallace, curling corner 3, air ball. Well, if you're going to miss a shot in that situation, Coop,
you want to airball it.
You want to airball it because it lets your defense get back and set. Who is that on the Thunder staff?
I didn't see.
Wish I could show you. 21-point game. Halliburton's got it. Pick and roll with Turner. Turner to the rim. Oh!
My God!
An absolute massive poster! Hartenstein! Welcome to the Miles Turner Show! Wow, that was ridiculous. Jalen Williams looking to respond. Cannot. Caruso taps the ball back out to Wiggins. Wide open 3. Too strong. What a rebound. Cason Wallace over Miles Turner. Back to Wiggins. Won't miss 2 in a row. Back to a 22-point lead.
He might be the savior of basketball.
I mean, he's the savior of Oklahoma City with this Game 2 performance off the bench. Haliburton turns it over again. Wallace in transition. 4-on-3. Wiggins, another 3. Oh, airballed it. Rebound, Jalen Williams. And he was fouled on the floor. Haliburton has been very bad today.
Atrocious.
That was, I said very bad. Coop says atrocious. I was the nice version.
He'll be better at home.
You would hope so. But, I mean, can you say that even mattered? Because he, played well in Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, true.
Played well in Cleveland, too. Jalen Williams drives downhill, kicks to Caruso. 3, no. Ball tipped alive. Another rebound. What a feed by Cason Wallace to Caruso, who is fouled on the floor. On the floor. Layup does not count. Largest lead of the game for OKC was 23 in quarter number 2. A bucket on this possession would now be the largest lead. The offensive activity from this second unit from OKC has just been huge. Remember, Coop, it was an 8-point game at half or the end of the first quarter, and then they ballooned it up to 14 or 15 without SGA. They're doing it again early here in this fourth quarter, but a really good defensive stand by Indiana there. But the Thunder still have a chance. Wiggins has to put up a shot in the corner. Does he know that? He gets by Siakam. Floater, no. Rebound tipped out of bounds. It will be going to the Pacers. They finally close out what felt like a minute-long defensive possession.
They couldn't grab a rebound to save their life. I think Mark Daignault is challenging this.
Too late. Oh. He wanted to challenge it, but the ball was inbounded before the TO was recognized. Haliburton, floater, good. 98-78. And then a foul was called on Pascal Siakam off the ball, grabbing Alex Caruso. It's been a physical second half. A lot of foul calls.
Oh, that was out.
That was off Miles Turner. Hartenstein fakes a handoff, now gets it to Wiggins. Wiggins driving, spinning, finds Caruso on the baseline, throws up a wild shot, was fouled, and once again, Caruso just taking the contact and will be going to the line. Caruso makes the first free throw. This has a chance to give the Thunder the century mark. Thunder won the race to 100 in Game 1, yet couldn't win the game. They say analytically and in close games, first team to 100 oftentimes wins. Caruso makes the second free throw, so there is that 100 part. Haliburton, pick and roll, pull up mid-range shot. Good. He needs to do more of that.
Yeah.
Going forward, he needs to do more of that. He needs to be okay taking mid-range shots. Jalen Williams is okay taking middies, and he just answers on the other end. The Pacers just have not been able to defend any type of action today. After doing a really good job in the second half of Game 1, everything has been really, really easy for the Oklahoma City Thunder. What a save by Aaron Wiggins. He has been the MVP off the bench tonight, even though Caruso's had a really strong performance as well. Jalen Williams in transition 3. Can't knock that one down. Pacers the other way. Nembhard almost turns it over, gets it back to Shepherd. Shepherd hasn't done much in this series. Nembhard driving on Dort. Falls down. Foul on Dort. That's number 4.
That's big.
That's number 4 on Lou Dort.
That was always a lock.
That was actually the easiest one of the day.
No doubt.
I felt good about Nesmith. I felt good about Chet. Nembhard could happen still. I felt good about everything. The easiest one of the night was Lou Dort 3 fouls.
Now I just need one more free throw from Shai. And we win.
This doesn't get out of hand
in real time.
Hey, look, it's the JJ Redick podcast partner.
Oh, Gallagher?
Yeah. Haliburton gets downhill off of a good screen and throws one down. Not often do you see Haliburton put down a dunk. He's capable.
He is.
Just don't see it often. 20-point game, 8 minutes to go. Jalen Williams fouled. A block is going to be called on Miles Turner, and the Thunder are already in the bonus.
With 8 minutes left.
That puts them in a pretty advantageous spot later in this game.
What the hell?
Sorry.
He's got 6 points in the quarter.
11 for the game. I tell you what, Haliburton's trying to put lipstick on a pig, though.
Yes, he is.
He's played horrible all game long. Finally shows up when the game's a 20-point game. I think the Pacers are challenging.
I was going to say, I don't know if this is a challenge or just a timeout.
I think it's a challenge. Let me look at the play-by-play. While I look at the play-by-play and figure this out, Coop, would you like to tell the people about Prize Picks for the final time tonight?
Absolutely love to. Prize Picks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings. They make daily fantasy sports accessible to all. All you have to do is pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 2,000 times your cash. You can run your game all season long on Prize Picks. We have the championship series here in both basketball and hockey, but it's not just basketball and hockey. It's baseball. It's football. It's soccer. It's whatever you want. Prize Picks has it for you. All withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. They are super easy. You can get your money in as quick as 15 minutes, so they make those withdrawals super easy. And you can play it in over 30 states, including California, Georgia, Florida, and Texas. Rolly had a lineup here for tonight that has a chance of winning some money.
I'm in a good spot here, Coop. Before I kick it back to you, like Holmgren's already got 15, so bang. Nembhard has exactly 4 3-point attempts, which is the scary part because Neesmith has 8 3-point attempted. Bang. Lou Dort just picked up his 4th foul. Bang. So if Nembhard stays at 4 3-pointers attempted, I will have a winning lineup. He will just ultimately get put as a push, and it will just become a 3-player winning lineup. But a 3-player winning lineup is better than a losing lineup.
Absolutely. So you can copy Rolly's picks or make picks of your own today. How do you play? It's super easy. Download the app and use code CLNS for a $50 bonus when you play your first $5 lineup. You don't even need to win to receive that bonus. It is guaranteed. Again, download the app and use code CLNS for a $50 bonus when you play your first $5 lineup. Shout out to PrizePicks. Run your game. That link is in the live chat and the description of today's live stream.
Appreciate you, Coop, and we appreciate PrizePicks for making these live streams possible. We wouldn't be able to do that.
I would really appreciate if Shai Gilgeous-Alexander got to the line one more time.
I would really appreciate if this game became a blowout and Andrew Nembhard took a seat on the bench without taking another 3. That would be nice. What is so Coop? Can you help me with math?
Love to.
So my 10-player or my lineup was originally 10 times the money, but PrizePicks, the kind people that they are, give me a 25% payout boost for any basketball entry. It became 12.5. If Nembhard gets removed for the push, it would ultimately become a 3-player lineup, which is usually 6 times. So would a 25% increase become 8.5 times then?
9. No. 7.5 or 7.75.
So how would I do
Because
this?
if it was a 50% increase, it'd be 9 times.
6 times 0.25, is that how the math works?
6 divided by 0.25.
6 divided by 0.25. That's 24.
So that's not how the math works.
I think it's 6 times 1.5, right? 6 times 0.25. And it's 1.5 plus 6.
Yeah, so 7.5.
So 7.5. So then let me figure out what my money would be.
So 75.
15 to win. I put $15 in that.
Oh, I thought you put 10.
No, I put 15. So 15 to win 112.5 if Nembhard stays where he is. Because it was 15 to win 180 with the original one. Foul is confirmed on the Pacers. So Williams gets a free throw, and he buries the first one, giving him 18 on the night. Still not shooting efficiently, 5 of 13, but has been better overall tonight. He's now got 19. The lead's back to 22. 8 minutes to go in this quarter, final one of the day. Ooh, no Nembhard on the floor. Can we just end this game and keep that? Haliburton 3. Here comes the Haliburton stat padding. You know who's the king of this? Luka Doncic. No, I didn't mean to say that. I meant Jason Tatum.
Stop it.
I meant Jason Tatum. When the finals games were already decided, Tatum would stat pad. SGA back into the game for OKC. They leave Holmgren. He swings at the Williams. Extra pass to Wiggins, who has been wide open all night long, and he has just continuously made the Pacers pay. Another tray ball for Aaron Wiggins off the bench. He's got 17 points and 5 threes. Haliburton pick and pop with Turner. He'll line up a 3. Too strong. Rebound loose. Grabbed by Shepard. Over to Haliburton to the corner for Toppin. Toppin's 3-point attempt. No good there. Rebound Holmgren. Stripped by Shepard. Third opportunity for Indiana. Haliburton working downhill. Throws it almost away. Mathurin saves it. Driving. Kicking. It's Toppin. Why is the shot clock at 14? That couldn't be wrong. They need to. This should be a violation.
No, because OKC had possession of the ball.
They're saying that was possession.
That's what they're saying.
That is a ridiculous whistle. All right, then. Mathurin gets downhill, swooping inside, fouled by Lou Dort, I believe, reaching in. That's foul number 5, or will they call it on Holmgren? I mean, they just are doubling SGA, and it's just putting their defense in a wild rotation. They're banking on other players beating them, and today the role players in OKC have made them pay. Mathurin at the line. Unclear on who they whistled that foul on, but he makes the first free throw. Thomas Bryant will check in. Miles Turner takes a seat.
Caruso back in for J-Dub.
Both free throws made there, so 107-87, 20-point game with 6.5 to go. SGA's been masterful today. He's working on Shepherd. Takes a bump, step back mid-range. My goodness, he's just been on a different level today, Coop.
He's been fantastic.
I've seen a lot of good SGA performances. I don't know if I've ever seen him have this control of a game because he's just been able to dominate, getting his hands on everything defensively, too. Obi Toppin gets downhill, can't make the layup, ball tipped out of bounds. It will stay with Indiana. I mean, every possession, he is getting exactly what he wants. It's just all about if he's able to make the shot or not. But more times than less, he's making it, shooting 10 of 19 today. Haliburton gets it to Toppin. Toppin throws it back out to Mathurin. Mathurin, pick and roll. Fade away at the elbow. That was a pretty move, Benedict Mathurin. He's got 4 straight for Indiana. I think it's a little too late for the Pacers. This is when they started to make their push last game, but they also came back from 14 and 15, not 20. That extra 5 points is pretty big, especially when Mathurin just reaches in on Alexander, and now SGA is going to go to the line for 2.
Yes.
Coop is pumping his fists behind the camera. Oh, he on camera because your prize picks just cashed.
CLNS, baby.
4-player entry, Coop?
3-player entry.
How
10
much?
to win 60.
No, you didn't get a 25% boost?
I did not.
SGA makes the first. So if Nembhard doesn't check back in and he doesn't shoot a 3 in any capacity, me and Coop will both cash out today.
Let's go.
Both lost in game 1, so it'd be nice to see both the fellas get on the board in game 2.
I can't believe I didn't get the boost.
Yeah, I got a notification at all about how I was given a 25% boost. Under 6 to go. McConnell, Haliburton, Mathurin, Bryant, and Toppin. This is as maybe offensively gifted as a Pacers lineup could get maybe without Siakam, I guess. But Haliburton contested 3, no good, rebound. I wonder when Carlisle pulls the plug here, 22-point game with about 5 and change to go.
Yeah, probably in the next minute and a half or so would be my guess.
SGA putting on a clinic with his handle, gets by McConnell, lobs it to Caruso, but he couldn't get the handle on it, brings it down, now drives, can't make the layup on top, and rebound Haliburton. Here they come out in transition. Mathurin to the rim. What a tough contested Euro step layup. It looks like that call will be made. I believe that is rookie Johnny Furphy from Kansas set the check in with 5 minutes to go.
How about that?
First round pick. Young player, originally from Australia. Jalen Williams, I mean, this guy stinks. Turns it over. Pacers out and running. Haliburton to McConnell. Back to Toppin. Toppin throws it right away back. And now the Thunder fans are on their feet. SGA slows it down as the Thunder faithful start to really relish in what happened here in Game 2, a wire-to-wire victory where they will now head back to Indiana, tied 1-1. Williams can't knock down a 3 that would have just had the crowd erupting. Wide open look there, couldn't do it. Listen, if you told Thunder fans the series is 1-1 after 2 games, I don't think they would be happy. If you told the Pacers fans that, I think they would be elated.
They'd be thrilled.
But it's now a 5-game series, folks.
I'm just saying. It's a 17-point game.
Haliburton makes a 3. It's 17 points in 4 minutes. Timeout OKC. I'm not concerned whatsoever.
I've seen them do this before.
Not to this degree. 17 points in 4 minutes. It
was 9 with 2 minutes, 2:50 left.
2:50. Can they get to 9 in the next minute, Coop?
Can they go on an 8-0 run in the next minute?
I'm not kidding. If the Thunder just held the ball and took a shot clock violation for the rest of this game, Indiana would not be able to come back and win.
If they held and got a shot clock violation?
Every single time.
Disagree.
The reason why they wouldn't be able to come back, they're down 17. 24. So 4 minutes left. 24. Hold on. Let's divide 4 by 24.
Well, that's not right. 4 times 60.
4 times 60.
Which is?
240.
Divided by 24.
Divided by 24. So the OKC Thunder could take off basically half of the game left. No, more. 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Right? Yeah, 10. 460. So 4 times 60 is 240. Divided by 24 is 10.
So 10 possessions.
They could take, if they took away 10 possessions from the game, that brings down the Pacers to 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And the Pacers would now get about, let's say, 10 possessions themselves, playing quicker. Are they scoring? And they'd have to score on 6 of those 10 possessions. And they would all have to be threes. So, no, I think my statement remains correct.
They could do it.
No, they would not.
The next 2 games are at Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indiana.
Wednesday, 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern. Friday night, 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern. Yours truly, this dynamic duo, will be here once again
Can't
Wednesday.
wait.
I think we'll be done by the following Thursday. No, Tuesday.
Monday. It's game 5.
Yeah, you know what? I do. I really do. I said it before the game, so there's video evidence.
You did say it.
That
You said it's over in 5.
I picked the Thunder to win in 5 before the series, and because of the game 1 blown lead, I am not changing my thought. I said this game was going to be a blowout. Ultimately seems to be heading that way. And I think the Pacers are a good team. They just don't have enough.
Maybe not. And it kind of shows in this game, too, when Shai is under control like this, I mean.
The one reservation I have about maybe Thunder in 5 is these young Bucks. And when I say young Bucks, I'm only referring to Jalen Williams and Chet Holmgren. Because even though Thunder have some young role players, they all are just so calm, cool, collected in their role. But the 2 star players that they need to have good performances in Chet and Jalen Williams, 24 and 23 years old, they need to be more consistent. They've been up and down in the first 2 games, had moments, had bad moments. Will they be able to handle the pressure on the road in an NBA Finals game 2 times in a row? Maybe, maybe not.
If you're Indiana, all you want is a split.
No, you need to win all 2. SGA inside and 1. Johnny Furphy, who did check in, immediately targeted on a switch and immediately gives up an and 1.
If you're Indiana and you win 2, you're up 3-1 in the series.
Yeah, correct. They need that.
Maybe.
Because they will not win another game in OKC.
Fair.
So if
they would need a chance to win it.
If the Pacers want to win the finals, they have to win every single home game. Because I would be willing to bet $200, which is like a realistic bet, that the Thunder will not lose another game at home this series. So the Pacers, the only way they win this series is if they win in 6 and they win all 3 home games. McConnell, reverse layup. I don't think he's getting back in the game, Coop.
I don't think so either. I think you're all right.
I think we're going to make it all right. For him to shoot 4 in the first half is ridiculous. I was owed none in the first half or second half because he doesn't shoot that many threes. So 4 coming in a half of basketball was ridiculous. Caruso 3, cherry on top, 21-point game with 3 minutes to go. McConnell answers with a quick layup. The Pacers are entering their bench. I think that is fucking James Johnson setting the check in. I don't think he has played
in 2 years.
I don't know if he's even made a realistic impact in the regular season.
No way.
You wonder when the Thunder are going to take out their players, and here comes the unit to the scores table. So both teams entering the bench. SGA mid-range pull-up came up a little bit short there. Mathurin pull-up three, fouled by Jalen Williams. I mean, this game's over, but this is the last thing you want to do is stop the clock and give your opponent 3 free throws. I mean, that's just the type of shit that, like, he is mentally making mistakes of. It's how can you do that? Like, I'll say this, Coop. Jalen Williams had 19 points today. I don't think it was a good game by him.
No, it wasn't great. He was 5 of 14.
The 5 assists are nice, but he shot 5 of 14, turned the ball over a couple times. He just needs to be better. And I will say this, if you're OKC, yeah, you would have hoped to be up 2-0, but you're up 1, if it's 1-1, and your second best player has been pretty bad in the first 2 games.
They are completely fine.
Now, but I will say this, if you're the Pacers, you're 1-1, Haliburton really hasn't played well, and Siakam's been throttled down a little bit. So
If you're the
play
Pacers,
both sides.
If you're the Pacers, I think you're happy with the 1-1 split.
Yo, you're thrilled. You're elated. You are absolutely through the moon.
James Johnson has entered the chat, or is about to. Kenrich Williams, AJ Mitchell, and Aaron Wiggins all in for the Thunder. Shai takes the seat. And the Thunder are going to win their second NBA Finals game in their franchise history.
Only time they've ever been is 2012, where they won game 1 against the Heat and then proceed to lose the next 4, which is exactly what I think is going to happen here. But reverse form. Benches are emptied, so both Coop and I are both going to have our Prize Picks connect today. Give a clap up for Prize Picks. Give a clap for us.
I wish I would have hit the bonus. I would have won $125, but that's all right.
You know, you
only
live
160.
Live and learn.
That's okay.
I wish I didn't have to push one of the entries, but it's fine.
No doubt.
$225 to go in this one. I can't believe we're getting James Johnson minutes in the Big 2025.
The year of our Lord. Oh, Jalen Williams is in. The real one.
Lou Dort will sit down with, did he get 4 or 5 fouls in this game?
It was, yeah, I can't remember.
It ended up being 5, so it was never really in doubt. But Wiggins, did he make the first free throw? He did, so it's 118-100. Wiggins misses the second, so it's full bench for each squad. We'll have A.J. Mitchell, other Jalen Williams, Kenrich Williams in. Ben Shepherd, left wing 3. Can't make it. UC Santa Barbara, Gaucho. A.J. Mitchell makes it. J. Will hands it off to Isaiah Joe, 2 former Arkansas Razorbacks. Never played together. They turn it over with 2 minutes to go. The question is, could the Pacers backdoor cover the 10.5, Coop?
No, I don't think so.
I told you before the game. You were on the if you were to bet, you would have taken Pacers 10.5. I said I would have taken Thunder 10.5.
You did,
and Nick wins.
But we both win our Prize Picks.
Mathurin has it. What'd you say?
I was going to say James Johnson, former Heat and Mavs legend.
That's right. He was kind of good with the Heat.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
Like, legitimately played and was like a legit, like, productive defensive player. James Johnson driving on Jalen Williams, drops it off to Mathurin.
Why is he still in the game?
Get a little JJ jumper in here. Get James a shot. James hasn't shot a meaningful basketball shot, I think, in probably 6 months at minimum. Ben Shepherd, corner 3. It's a 15-point game. Not that this game is ever in question, but hey, per me and Coop's conversation about 10.5, that certainly is in play right now. All it would take is a couple stops and a couple threes, or just 2 buckets. as long as one of them was a 3. Well, that's not going to help.
That's
James
over.
Johnson fouls A.J. Mitchell. A.J. Mitchell's going to go to the line, and that's likely going to do it on the Pacers covering the 10.5.
Did you bet? Did you wager?
No. I just think a lot of people watching are probably interested
For those interested.
in those interested.
No doubt.
So we're not going to be like the sports television people who can't say it. We can, so I will. A.J. Mitchell knocks down the second free throw. It's a 16-point game.
It's still in play.
Yeah, a little bucket there. It's a 15-point game with 48 seconds to go.
They're just going to run it out.
You'd imagine
it is
so.
not
I
in
don't
play.
think the Pacers could get 2 different possessions the rest of the game. I'm surprised McConnell's in the game. You don't tell me you don't have enough other bench guys to just throw out there? Jay Will with a corner 3, and that will do it.
I mean, Matherin's still in the game, too.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have 2 guys to put in for that. 123, 105, 25 seconds to go. James Johnson, Euro step, lefty layup. Good for Double J to get a bucket there. But that does end the game. The Thunder will win game 2, 123-107. And we will be heading to Indiana on Wednesday with a 1-1 series. And it will be a doozy, folks. It will be a doozy. Coop, if you want to go full screen me with the scoreboard, message Trace, we're about to do this short.
Already
And
ahead
then
of you.
we'll film this puppy. Tied series. Coop, when you're ready, Trace is ready.
Yep.
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Restart there. Oklahoma City Thunder bounce back in Game 2 with a 123-107 victory. Story of this game was the early defense from the Thunder, holding the Pacers to 41 first-half points, but the masterful performance from the MVP SGA led the team in scoring with over 30 points again. He had 8 assists compared to his 3-assist performance in Game 1, but he also had 4 steals and a block. He was very active defensively. Chet Holmgren came out better, was impactful on the glass defensively, and finished his shots inside. And then you got great bench performances from Aaron Wiggins and Alex Caruso once again. Kind of a no-show from Pascal Siakam and Tyrese Haliburton as we head back to Indiana for Game 3 on Wednesday. It is anybody's series, but you got to feel good about Game 2 performance if you're a Thunder fan. All right.
Perfect.
Game 2 in the books. Game 2 in the books. 1-1 series. If you want to just quickly update that.
Oh, yep.
Guess you could just, what is it now? It's probably series tied 1-1.
Yeah.
Still got 600 people watching. We appreciate everybody that hung out with us and tuned in throughout the night and still is with us. We'll still live if any super chats come in. You want to send any donations, we'll stay live, have some fun. If not, we'll give it about a minute and then we'll head out, as we will be back on Wednesday for Game 3, me and Coop. It's late here on the East Coast and Central Time, so early morning on Monday. Wouldn't hate getting home right now and hanging out.
It's a 9:45
What?
entry to work.
Oh. I probably will be here. I plan on waking up a little bit earlier and going on a little cardio adventure in the morning. Because tomorrow is my lock-in date, Coop.
Oh, you're locked tomorrow?
I'm getting locked back into the health. I am a health kind of nut.
You are.
You might not believe it based off my size, but I started really, really big. So, we're still working. But the last 3 weeks, I've been in Cincinnati for a cousin's grad party, on a trip with my girlfriend to Virginia, and then a wedding this weekend. It's just been 3 straight weeks of, on the weekend at least. In between, I've been fine because I knew I've had to be fine. But on the weekends, it's just been a lot of drinks, a lot of food. Had an unbelievable chicken Caesar wrap today.
Hey, nothing wrong with living life, man.
And then tomorrow, with nothing in the horizon until after the draft in the
We're on the
NBA
grind.
world, We have
Kava tomorrow.
exactly 20 days. Yeah, I'm getting the steak and harissa bowl. It's only like 600 calories, 40 grams of protein. Not bad. So I looked it up because I'm a sicko again. But you got to be a sicko sometimes.
No doubt.
These next 20 days, locked.
Let's grind.
Locked. Lock. All right. Audience is dipping. No super chats comes in. So that will do it for today's show. If you have not also already subscribed, please subscribe now and join us on Wednesday night for Game 3. It's going to be a very, very pivotal game. What's the percentage, Coop? In a series tied 1-1, Game 3 winner wins like 70.
It's like 78%.
78% time.
Yeah.
And then obviously if it's 2-2, the Game 5 winner, I think it goes like 87%. Yeah, so big game on Wednesday. We'll be here live for it. Be on the lookout. I'll be out on this main Chat Sports channel tomorrow with a new updated big board. I haven't done one of those in a while, so I want to do that as the draft is coming closer and closer. See you tomorrow with the video. For Coop, for Rolly, see you Wednesday night.